Welcome, boys, girls, and everyone else, to the long-awaited team finals of the Sankei Shimbun Cup. I'd like to thank Tips for managing the stream today. You'll hear from him and Correct later on. But Jen joins me for game one. Hello.
Hello, this is me. That's me.
I'm looking forward to this. Also, hi, Aoi in chat. Always good to see you.
Yes, hi, ID. I hope you're feeling better. She was under the weather after winning the PML Invitational.
Sometimes that's the case, I guess, when you're going into a room with a lot of people. Sometimes you come home and you're like, oh. But still, congratulations, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So yeah, it's been a while since the last Sankei Shimbun Cup broadcast. We've been doing other events as well, but we had 15 teams from the Seps League that we broadcast over the last year make it through to this final today. We had 4 teams from the Orb League in Western Japan meeting up together with a single wildcard slot across both teams to have a 20-team final. I'm looking forward to seeing it. The first round of the league is going to go like this. We have the 20 teams. They're splitting off into 5 tables of 4 players each, or 4 teams each. Each group is going to play 3 games. The top team in each table makes it to the next round. If you're second place, the dream won't be over though. The closest second to their respective first sneaks in to the next round, and 2 of the other 4 seconds will advance if they can win one final game. So you need to be top 2. Ideally first. First would be much better. But we're going to see, I think, 3 games today, 3 games tomorrow, and then another 2 streams on Saturday and Sunday. So a lot of Mahjong today and a lot to look forward to.
So much to look forward to. So much work for Jenn to do. But it's worth it. It's so worth it.
Absolutely.
To see people in chat and to see those likes on the stream. That thumbs up button.
Do the liking, do the subscribing. All that lovely stuff, especially being channel members. I see in the chat, Slats on the Rogue became a channel member. Thank you so much. I don't know when that happened, but it says it in chat, so I'm going to thank you and call you out for it.
It was sometime between the last stream and this stream.
All right.
That's what we know.
So I suppose before we get to the main event, we should probably talk about our sponsors. We are sponsored by USPML and WRC. USPML, of course, Sparrow's Nest, a New York mastering studio fully equipped with Slim Score, Ultimate, and the Rex 3 order tables. We have WRC, the World Riichi Championship, the most prestigious international mahjong tournament in the world, held once every 3 years, next which will be in New York in 2028. And I've heard that maybe there's a certain event between WRC, USPML, and M League. And I maybe heard that the early bird bonus, you've got a bit more time, because it was going to be the end of the month, but it looks like we've got a little bit longer if you want to get that slightly cheaper price to get in on a massive tournament in Las Vegas, and of course some fan meetings in New York a little bit after that with loads of special guests from Japan. I did sneak into the resources. I think we've got another announcement about maybe some other people getting involved with this particular event.
Yes Yusong, I'm so excited for this. I don't know if I've even heard of Yusong playing in live events before. Like, perhaps he has, but definitely this is going to be a massive addition to the tournament.
Honestly, it's always fun to see someone who plays like most online. Like, are they going to chombo? Are they going to make a mistake? Are they going to fumble the tiles because they've not practiced it? Probably not the case, right? I imagine Yusong probably knows exactly what they're doing. But if it was my first in-person event, I would be making so many mistakes. So
yeah, I mean, he's definitely played in person before, but I just don't know if any big tournaments, So I'm definitely not traveling to tournaments specifically. So super excited. Yusong is excited too. Hoping to get him in the commentary booth a little bit as well. Going to be
Incredible.
Super awesome, amazing times.
So yeah, look forward to it. And yes, that early bird bonus is still available. But let's talk about the Sankei Shimbun Cup. We have our players for Team 1 for the first game in Table A. I will be letting Jen introduce our teams. And
all right. So our first dealer is going to be Aoi Yonashiro representing Mahjong Pro Keirinbu. It's a group that streams about the bike races, the Keirin bike races. In the South Sea is Saeka Fujii, representing Team Laima, JPML Pro, that we've also seen on, I think, Orai final tables and things on the JPML English channel. In the West Sea, Azumi Sugiyama, representing Matsukaze. And in the North Sea is Tomomi Okubo representing Team KO. And this is, it says team final. This is actually like the quarterfinals. They don't really, you know, it's a whole playoff that happens in 2 days. So it is the final, the 2-day final. It includes the quarterfinals, playoffs, and semifinals, as well as the final table.
Games will be going from 20 players down to 8. Also, hey, welcome on in.
Not players, but teams.
Teams, yeah. I keep saying players, but you know, when your team's acting as one, you know, all 3 players acting as one.
That's true. Yeah, it is like a single player that that locks it in, but they can switch out team members and things like that. So the whole team is advancing.
Yes, I know you only get to see 1 game from each team, but I hope that everyone's like alternating and giving each other a shot. At least for the very final 4. I want to see every player with a chance of that Pyodor sequence. I think we had a pair of East, so not Pinfu, but Pyodor sequence is still good enough. I'd be more than happy, especially if I'm first dealer and first reach. Oh, there's a slight blip. Oh no. Fingers crossed that will be resolved. And we do have that first reach. Welcome on in, everybody. It's great to see all of you. So the dealer is back. The dealer is already in Tenpai for the end of the first row. Yonashiro here, desperately trying to cash in whatever they can. Yeah, you do have that pair of East, so it's not Pinfu, but it does have the Pyodor sequence guaranteed. So we've got at least do have probably 3 when we end up swimming. Finally draws something around that Dora for Sugiyama here. But it might be a little bit too late. You see Okubo choosing to not necessarily fold, but we count in the White Dragon because it's safe, but also enables us to go for all inside, the all simples hand, just in case we manage to get a little bit more value. So there's definitely a we still attack with this setup here, but drawing the 2 of it doesn't matter because we do end up seeing this all.
Needs Sumo and Adora with an Ipeiko twin sequence, as mentioned.
We didn't get the Dora in the end. We got the.
Oh, sorry. Next to Dora.
Yes, it's close. It was close.
Yes, needs Sumo and a twin sequence, no Dora.
It happens once every stream. Someone looks at the Dora on screen and sees it's the Dora indicator, not the Dora itself. It happens at least once.
We have to do it so that all of the viewers know that that's not the Dora indicator. That's actually the Dora. If we didn't make that mistake, then nobody would notice.
That's very true. Yeah, that's my excuse. Yeah, whenever I make that mistake, it's a service to chat. I like that. I'll use that.
Yeah, the best excuse ever invented for that mistake. No, I'm gonna use it full time from now on.
Yeah, nothing wrong with Riichi Mahjong for Yonashiro to get that nice early lead. You make a direct mistake every stream. Oh.
Yes, it's for you, Xenon. It's solidarity.
Yeah, honestly, especially when you depending on the client you play on, sometimes it does display the actual Dora, and you're like, oh, hang on, I'm adding +1, and I shouldn't be. Either way, though, this is a lightning fast hand once again for Yonashiro. Not a lot of value, but 2 away from the very beginning. Trying to incorporate
some more value there.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Now we have the chance of the all inside, we have the chance of Pinfu. And either way, it was not that much of an efficiency loss. I don't think it was actually efficient loss at all, really, to cut the south pair. Keeping the second south as a safe tile just in case. Interesting. That is a little bit slower, but it will give away out of this hand if we need to. Did I say that? No, I didn't. What do you mean? What? I don't remember saying this. Oh no.
Wait, did that happen though? Did we have a control group of people who didn't like the stream?
Yeah. It does happen. Yeah, it's true. It is verifiable. You do have to like the stream, otherwise.
As long as it's true, I think it's fine, right?
Yeah.
So we just need some reports on how that was true. The reports don't necessarily have to be true. So go ahead, everybody. write some reports for us. Like, I didn't like the stream and I dealt into a Daisongen
Check the
the
VOD.
very
Check the
next
VOD.
day.
Jen will come to your house and then like look at you sadly, and then you'll be distracted doing some Yakuman will happen.
All right, we have another twin sequence coming along for Yonashiro. She wanted to get some more value and discarded that pair of souths.
Of course, Fujii won away as well, just for a nice, happy little all inside pin fee.
And Okubo with a couple of calls. Okubo is, I think, sort of always an aggressive player. So we'll watch her call a lot and make a lot of chasing reaches, I predict.
I feel like you kind of have to, though, especially in a format like this where you have 3 games. In a longer league format, you can sort of maybe take it easy and play the long game, but you need first after 3 games. Also, it's been a while since someone called me Choo Choo. Wow.
Is that
Brings back memories.
a Chiral stream nickname?
It's a very old one, but yeah,
Wow.
people used to call me that.
Someone has been following you for a long time. That's awesome.
Possibly, yeah. Uh,
All right, I know which what song I'm singing to you when we someday get into karaoke together.
I figured, yeah, okay. I was wondering. I was like, do I call you out? Do I call you out on that? Oh,
They're like, I'll call myself out.
Linda's great people. Back in the day when I did commentary for the Mahjong Soul Ginger Cup, co-commentator back in the day. It was such a good fun, so good fun. But yeah, it's good to see you, though. It's been so long. I keep saying that I need to catch up, and I never actually do, and I feel really bad about that. Anyway, we are here for the Mahjong. But seriously, I hope you're doing well. It's been a very long time. We did just see
Callbacks to old friends.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good times, good people.
Yonashiro did just get, I think, a really good fill in for the potential Sanchoku. We had the chance of Tenpai for Fujii, but Fujii chooses not to take it. Probably because the pair weight was not the greatest one in the world. And that is actually going to help quite a lot. Still one away, but not been punished, at least so far, for playing that 9-pin. Well, thank you. Yes, I do. Must admit, I'm very excited about Yonashiro's potential 5-6-7 mixture sequence. A lot of value potentially there available. We have a situation here where we want to decide whether we are ever going to discard this Dora here. We do see that none have been played, so it is live. We don't want to give someone Dora 3. And in fact, that person would be Sugiyama, but Sugiyama's, thankfully for everyone else at the table, very far away from actually being ready. We're going to see Sugiyama probably fold from here on in. It's unlikely to finish the hand with just 3 draws left, so that White Dragon will be safe. Just will not appear safe at all. But you can tell, I think, from looking at the way Fuji's discarding tiles, like, I really want to attack this, but I can't play the Dora this late.
It's always the dilemma.
Still one away, but just choosing to fold because we are at the end of the hand. Sugiyama? Like, I'm sure that could work. Yeah, I think that you can make that work. For sure. I do like the way Yonashiro does keep one away with the chance of maybe discarding the Dora. If Tenpai comes, you can still pawn from anyone. If for some reason the Dora becomes safe, and then it's unlikely it's ever going to happen, but I like keeping that option.
Yeah, especially at the high levels, you're going to see a lot of players do that, and it doesn't always pay off, but when it does, it's massive.
Speaking of massive, Technically, it's only 3,000 points, but Okubo getting that tenpai payment puts them in second place. So we finally move on to East 2. One thing to talk about, because we've been casting a lot of other events recently, there is going to be a massive bonus for first place. As you can see on the scores projected right now, Yonashiro with a massive plus 40, were this to end right now.
And with only 30,000, which is what most of us in tournament play are used to starting with.
Yes. Yeah, technically, one way to think about it is that everyone starts at 20,000, at 30,000, but gives 5,000 points away at the very start, and the 5,000 points that everyone gives away at the very first, before the game even really starts, goes to first place at the end. So yeah, a huge 20k bonus, basically. Very exciting. But you got to win to make that happen. I do like how Fujii's potentially going for the outside hand here, where Sugiyama is just going for a more basic sort of all inside. Try and get to Tenpai, try and Riichi. Fortunately, I do think Okubo is struggling a little bit to make anything happen. But sometimes that's how it is.
Sometimes it is, and also, as I said, she's quite an aggressive player, so you'll see her back off a lot less than other players.
Absolutely. Do you prefer this or 30k at start? I actually, the league I host, which did come to an end on Monday, I got the final score from Harrison yesterday, who played as a sub in one of the final games. So I'll be updating that and getting the final scores released tonight. We actually, I think we start with 30k, and we have like a weird shifting depending on whether you finish above or below the 30,000 point starting score. I think it's what ARML does as well, right? I actually really like that though, because it gives you an extra goal sometimes. If you're in third place and you can't get to second, but you can still get above 30k, that's still a huge win, right? Turning a small negative into a small positive just by getting a few points. I think it's just nice. Gives you more options, more decisions to make. But yeah, that's my kind of favorite sort of points rule set, at least for right now, anyway. Also, what was that first call? It was a pin tile, so we're not going for a flush hit for dealer Fujii, but Fujii with the two Yakuhai pairs would be trying to speed his hand on just to keep dealership, collect the 2 repeat counters, 600 points.
Dudas, do you prefer this or the 30k at start? I actually really like the 25k as long as the extra 20k is going to the first place player. Sometimes in online clients, it feels like the extra 20k is kind of pointless. So I like it when it actually means something.
The only reason why I prefer 30k, I think, sometimes is that players bust too easily. Sometimes it feels like I don't like it when one person deals into 2 big hands and then the game's already over. Them starting with an extra 5,000 points maybe gives you a bit more time to try and get your own hand going,
Well,
or
if you
even a
play
chance
with
to.
yeah, if you play with these rules, then there's no busting. So
That's true. Yeah, with these rules, absolutely, you cannot bust. That's true. So it looks like we are actually going still for the outside hand here for dealer Fujii. Got the half outside hand going. We also got some Yakuhai. We also got a chance of all triplets as well. Also, it took me this long to realize, but Fujii called Dora 3. Hang on. That changes everything. Wow. It also means that there's no 9 pins left for Yonashiro to draw in here. When you do make a call like this, though, it does tell everyone else on the table what you're doing, right? You've called a triplet of 9s in 2 different suits. That rules out basically most hands. So you have to be going for either Yakuhai, which is what we're seeing here, or an outside hand, which is also what we're seeing here.
Yeah, she's got
Everyone
both.
else,
So we'll see how much those Yakuhai, those value tiles are squeezed. You can see squeezed here by Okubo. But
yes,
if she
exactly.
gets the Tenpai, it could come out because a lot of times people are holding on to it until Tenpai, and then sometimes you have to push in the off chance that it's not a deal in. But probably not
Absolutely.
anymore. It's going to definitely be a deal in at this point.
So Tsuyama's also Tenpai waiting on the 6-9. There's the 6. Gets the better side of things. Didn't reach, but all inside Pinfu. Not bad at all. More importantly, though, it shuts down that massive hand from Yonashiro. I really like. Sorry, from
From
Fuji.
Fujii.
I really like what Sugiyama did though. Choosing not to reach there. 9 times out of 10 reaches the expected value move. You expect to win more points than you lose doing that. But when you see those calls from Fuji, you want to maximize win rate. You just want to make sure Fuji doesn't win that hand. And you also make sure you've got a route out. If you draw something that you do not want to discard in any circumstances, Sugiyama there keeping closed, not reaching. Definitely gives the option of giving up and folding out. If I didn't see Dora 3, I'd be like, why didn't you reach that hand? But no, absolutely the right thing to do. Really
I mean, there's
disciplined.
also a nuance there, right? So in some cases, if you think you can get that massive hand to give up, if they are
That's also
in a
true.
position where they are having a really hard time getting to Tenpai, then it could be beneficial. But most of the time, they're going to push right back.
Yes. I think that's also where knowing the players helps a lot as well. Because some players are never going to fold a hand that good. I might be one of them. I'm not saying I am, but I've got that many Dora and that much value, and I'm one away. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Either way, though, we move on to East 3. No Riichi Setsu. I managed to take those, and those Riichi Cans actually got them into second place currently. But yes. I guess if you're thinking it was an outside hand, the 3-man, yeah, definitely could have dealt into it. And it was in fact called. But otherwise, yeah, 3-man will be Adora this time round. Yeah, no, absolutely. The 1-2-3-1 call I was talking about, yes. When you see a player's going for the outside hand, the 3-man probably doesn't deal in, but definitely could be cheated to 1-2-3, and that's what we saw. So yeah. That was from Yonashiro. Go back and look and see what Yonashiro's hand was like at that time. But yes, unless it was a Suji on the 6, but even so, for an outside hand, you'd not trust that as much.
The thing is, Dora 3, and then you generally think they're not going for that much extra value. They're
That's true.
probably going for something like maybe they already have a triple of the value tiles. So the value tiles you're going to hold on to like really tightly the way that Okubo was. But you don't necessarily read, okay, plus an outside hand. Just the outside hand gives the Yaku, but not really extra value. The
Yeah,
outside
that's
hand with
fair.
a value tile can be more.
I also have frozen my screen, so I'm hoping that we haven't lost the stream.
Same. There it
Go
is.
back,
Oh, it's
and there's a south. So didn't get the 4 pin for the best Sanchoku side, but a win is a win.
It was just a suspense blip.
Yes.
What's she gonna grab? Is she gonna get it? Yes, she gets it.
Nothing wrong with Nipatsu. Yeah, we would have preferred the 4 pin though for that mixture sequence, 4-5-6 in all 3 suits. But you don't complain about any win, especially this early in the game. Puts the insurance slightly more comfortable first, but not comfortable enough. At least not for me at this stage in the game. Less than 10,000 points means anyone getting a Mangan Sumo will overtake you. That applies to both Sugiyama and Okubo right now, who is our new dealer. Once again, maybe going for an outside hand. You don't really want to force that because you lose so much efficiency by cutting out middle tiles, but we'll see the next few doors are and then work from there. 5 Soas are going to be our Dora, and we did see that Yonashiro has 2 of them. Going to be trying to find a way to rush out value, exactly as Jenn was saying earlier. Trying to find a way to speed that up. There's a 3rd Dora. Looks like all simples is going to be the main route here. Just find a way to cash in Dora 3 with anything. And the hand is sort of developing that way anyway. We do have that 1-2 pin shape, but we're going to get rid of it. So we put it to the right side of the hand. Nice upgrade here for Sugiyama. The 9 kind of helps us, but not in the way we really like it to. Like, we are still going to keep it for now. Then maybe there's a chance we get the flush, perhaps, if we draw the 7 of bamboo. So we'll keep it over the 1-2 pin, just in case that happens. But more likely, we're going to be going for the all-inside route here, keeping the 6-8. I like that a lot. Either way, though, we do have Fujii, who I think is 1 hour, 1 away from being ready to win.
She had like many blocks, but maybe I saw something wrong.
I'm missing it. It's very true. So this is 1 away for Yonashiro. It's not 1 away if we end up calling the Red Dragon. So yeah, keeping it like this, maybe even going for that flush, as I was saying.
Okay, perfect. Went away and now reach with drawing the Dora.
That is always the tile you want to be drawing when you get to Tenpai.
As usual, Kairo's right, and don't listen to Jenn.
Oh, I'm so wrong. Off. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That's absolutely the right thing to do. Please.
Kairo's never wrong.
That's not true. Anyway. Also, I just realized by saying that I've created a paradox. Anyway. Speaking of that half flush, though, the pairing up of the 9 of bamboo does help that along a lot. We do this reach still, though. So I would be.
Choo-choo. Something I'll have to get used to. I'm definitely not used to that yet. I'm not saying no, but I'm saying not yet.
I see. Oh, wow. So yeah, we did have the Yoshiro here with the Dora 3 getting into Tenpai. Didn't need to go for the half flush. There was definitely an option, but keeping the 5-6 shape just to try and get any Tenpai we liked. We had the Dora 3 though, but more importantly, we shut down that reach. Yoshiro has now got a bit of a. Now, has that the last lead was not that comfortable. This is a little bit more comfy. I still don't want to give up because obviously every point matters in this league. It's not just position, it's definitely raw score as well. And why settle for just 42.1 for a 52.1 end of game score when you can instead maybe score
Right, any
even more
points that
points?
she gets here because each team has to play 3 games. So she'll make a much better put her team in a much better position for game 2 and 3.
Absolutely. So having a look around the table here, 6 is going to be Ardora. We did just see it get drawn by Yonashiro, and it can be used. But everyone here has a bit of work to do. This hand from Sugiyama looks a little bit more complete, but doesn't have a lot of value, just going for the all simples. This is going to be pair number 4 for Yonashiro. Probably not be thinking about going 7 pairs, but you never know. If you draw a pair of the Dora, maybe you consider it. That's probably the only thing that would make me consider it. Maybe a 5th pair could happen. Speaking of pairs, it's pair number 4 here as well. We are in the South round, so the East is not going to be Yakai. We cannot get points from tripling it up. So maybe instead we just happily accept it as a generic pair. This is actually Tenpai waiting on 6-9. The 9 gives a pure sequence for Sugiyama. Sugiyama's chosen not to reach here. I might have to go back and see, just in case I'm missing that. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it's not Tenpai, I just didn't notice. Oh yeah, no, it's not. I don't think it was. Instead, it's just a really, really nice one-away. It's because we had that triplet of the 8 of bamboo. So any pair of any tile that's not a part of a complete set gets us that Tenpai. But we can also make a sequence and then cut the 8 for Pinfu. So this is the kind of one-away that I really like to see.
I see what you did there. You just did that on purpose so that people wouldn't think you're always right.
Yeah, sure. Either way, though, honestly, that's the kind of one away that sometimes it's easy to miss, right? When you've got a triplet and a load of sequences.
Yeah,
It
as long
is
as you don't
really,
reach on it, it's all good.
yeah, exactly. Did you miss a pair in Ipeco? I mean, I don't think there's a way to turn that into, because it had to be part of a sequence, right? Like if you draw a third 7-pin or 8-pin, then that's fine. You can get tempo that way, right? But you'd have to triple up unless I'm missing something, which is very possible.
I mean, you just discard the 8 for a pair, right? So you can get
Yeah,
twin sequences.
that also works. Yeah, you can. That's one of the reasons why having that triplet of the 8 of bamboo is really good, because you can just, yeah, you can use it as a pair or a triplet. It's great. And that is what we want to see. We're going to see the 8 of bamboo come out right now. So 6-9 pin is the weight. 9-pin gets us pure sequence, but it's Reach, Pinfu, Dora 1. How many
Ooh.
6 and 9s do we see?
Ooh. See, now this is too many blocks if you don't go for all pairs. But it's also just 2 away from a Yakuman hand.
Yes.
Two
We can
Jenn
go for the
shots.
extra draw. I've started using that in people who don't watch your content. Oh, there's a 6. It deals in. And I'm like, oh yes, yeah. This hand's like 3 Gen Shanty. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, you don't know. Oh, you don't know. Still, really good discipline from Yonashiro, choosing not to discard the 6-pin that deals in. Has given Sugiyama a bit of a shot here, though, with the extra
Yeah,
flip.
I need the 888 was brought down to a pair of 8s so that the twin sequence was possible. The Ipeco was possible.
But yes, this card has been kind of maybe the worst case scenario for everyone on the table except for Sugiyama. Not only is no one else ready, but also Dora 2 added to the hand before even flipping the error. I said that though. I think there's only 3 tiles left for the 6-9 pin weight. We've seen people win on worse. Oh no, I take it back. It's actually only 1 tile left. That being a 6-pin, I believe. So we are probably going to go to exhaustive draw unless someone decides to try a 6 out of the 3 being safe. Find that unlikely though. I think this is going to go to exhaustive draw. Sugiyama's going to win 3,000 points, which is a lot less than what this hand's actually worth. But will still help secure that 2nd place. Everyone else here completely and rightly, at least in the case of Yonashiro, who can't, staying out of this hand, folding very well. Oh, okay, maybe a chance. Oh, the 6 comes out! So say maybe we see a chance for someone to try and get back into Tenpai, but then the 6 was discarded, deals in, doesn't get the Ipeco, but nothing wrong with Reach, Pinfu, Dora 3, unless I missed an error.
No, it's just Dora, right?
That is not 4-9, right? I mean,
It's just 1 Dora.
there was a 6-pin, there's a 6 of bamboo and there were 2 8 of bamboo.
The 7 of bamboo was the Dora, the condor.
See, we always do it once. It happens once, but it has just happened twice per stream now. No, we're going over quota for the
we got
the
a
Dora confusion.
got a handful of new viewers since then, so
Yeah.
it's all for you.
My bad.
So
See, it's always when someone else does it. Right? I'm gonna blame you. Yeah, I wouldn't have made that mistake if I hadn't. Like, now it's in the back of my mind. Oh yeah, you got to add 1. No, you don't. You don't. It's fine.
I'm happy I'm being blamed for everything. No problem.
I blame you for all the good things too. Don't worry. Especially good things. Like honestly, we wouldn't even have these streams. I think it wasn't for a lot of the work you do. So yeah, thank you so much. But yes,
Are you overcompensating?
a little bit. But Either way, though, we are in South 2. The game is getting close to being finished. We do have a very interesting start for Fujii, who is our dealer from behind. Potentially Itsu, which is why we're keeping, I think, the 2 of Bamboo. If we get the 1 and the 3, the hands will be worth a lot of points. That is neither of the above. Either way, though, 1 away. The ideal draw would be the 3 of Bamboo to get that 1-4-7 weight. And even more points if the 1 of Bamboo comes out. I wonder if Fuji's going to take just the pin through, probably. If the other tile, the 8 pin we had in hand, ends up getting completed, or at least a good tempai around it.
Sugiyama pawns with the double south, still 2 away from ready though.
Yeah, I could definitely see a lot more aggressive play from Fuji now in the asks that we're going to see, especially moving it to a tempai. So just going for the pin through, but more importantly, you see a call, it's your dealership, you don't want to lose out on that. So absolutely going all in, especially from last place. Getting a last in a first place advances tournament, even if you get 2 more games to go, you don't want to see that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rough.
I really love what Okubo's doing, by the way. Like moving the 4-5-6 to a 5-6-7 allows the potential 5-6-7 mixable sequence. So we have the 5-6-7 in the other suit, and we think we have the 4-5-7 in the Bamboo. So keeping the chance of drawing in the 6 instead of the 3 not only gives us Dora, but also gives us that chance of the 5-6-7 mixture sequence. It doesn't matter because we do see it somewhere right here. And an error flip. Wow, very lucky from Fujii. And that is exactly what she needed. In fact, how does that change the scores? So second place, but now Yonashiro's lead is very, very close. Okay, we know our Dora is going to be the 8 of dots. We accidentally tipped over a tile, but that's okay. Fujii's hand looks kind of looks a bit mid, unfortunately. We'll have to see how things develop after a few draws. So Yamba with a decent start. Kubo with a nice double pair of Yakuhai. But Kubo's now in the same situation that Fujii was in, right? You have a maximum of 3 hands to try and make something happen. You don't want to just win 1,000 points. If you can help it, you want to try and get some extra value on top of that. To
The
actually
difference
gain
for
position at
Okubo
least.
is that since she has another dealership, I mean, they all have a dealership except for Yonashiro at this point. So that makes a big difference because you can continue as dealer. The worst is when you don't have another dealership, and so you have to actually make it happen within that limited number of hands.
That is definitely something to consider. Yeah, exactly. It does look like Kubo's going for a flush, though, to try and get a bit of value extra rather than just taking in the Yakuhai. Which seems fine to me. Like the 8-9 shape is inefficient, but the 8 is the Dora. So I would be happy to use that. Does require that dependency on the 7, though, which we do see one of them is the Dora indicator, so there's only 3 left. But if you get it, it's huge. This is going to be Tempai, though. No, refused. Take it back, because we're going to use the Dora 8 pin for Yonashiro. You know what? I like that. Yonashiro's in first place. You don't need to play Dora and give it to Fujii, who is your direct competitor at this point in time. Use it instead. I like that. The draw here for Sugiyama is nice, but it's going to be kind of awkward to use. It's quite interesting to see when you've got a triplet of the 6s and a Dora is the 8. It is kind of really interesting knowledge, right? Because it lets you rule out the fact that no one's got 6, 7, 8 in an ideal world. If you see all 4 of the 6s, doesn't stop someone from having a pair of the 8 of dots, which is exactly what we see here. As Yonashiro, and they're also Fujii reach their hands. Even Sugiyama is 1 away. So the reach here is a 3-6 versus the 8-4. The pin suit is very, very dangerous right now. Just trying to count some of these weights out. I think 3-6 is a 2-tile weight. Meanwhile, 4-8 is at best 2 tiles. Yeah, whereas the 4-8 is just a 1-tile weight. So it's 2 versus 1 right now in Fujii's favor. But if Yonashiro gets that last 8 pin, it is going to be door 3. So we'll have to see who gets lucky if either of them do. And also, if we do see Okubo manage to get this hand to Tenpai, Okubo does have the most reason to be aggressive right now, obviously. Like, as Jenn was saying earlier, you don't have to be aggressive. You've still got a dealership left over. But half flush draw 1 with Yakuhai, potentially 2 Yakuhai, is going to justify pushing the 7. And now the 7's gone by, we're probably going to push to 4.
You don't know how many chances you're going to get with hands like that, so when you get it, sometimes you do have to just push.
Exactly, yes. The 1 and 7 have passed, so the 4 is going to go. We've ruled out the 2-3 and the 5-6 shapes. Obviously, 3-5 still deals in, or a 4 pair. But when you have a good hand, you're in last place. Sometimes you just have to go for it and hope. There's the last 8 pin. Okay, so no tiles left for Yonashiro to win on. Fujii still has, I think, the 2. That will do it. So the 5 thought, oh, no, not quite. That's one of the tiles that deals in to Fujii's reach. We are going to see a call for Tenpai. 2 players now waiting on the 3. Only 1-3 remaining, as I have kept saying. And if someone does deal it, I think Fujii will win. We do have a head bump on in this rule set, so only the next player in line will get to win the tile. So Sugiyama, so Okubo, I guess actually no, if Sugiyama deals in, Okubo does manage to win. But if Yonashiro deals in, it's Fujii. Either way, though, this is looking like it's headed directly to exhaustive draw, with 3 people ready to win, 1 person taking a bit of a hit. Gonna be good news for Okubo.
I would Tenpai for Sugiyama.
So close, and yet so far minus 3,000, 1,000 for everyone else. And that's honestly significant, right? For Fujii,
Yeah.
getting that a little bit further away from 3rd place. For Okubo, managing to, at this point, any hand will get you into 3rd at least. And this is actually going to be really exciting at South 2, because we have 2 Riichi counters, 2 Riichi sticks. It means 2,600 points to go to whoever wins this hand. Even if you can't necessarily get value from Yaku or Dora, just get value from the pot right now. Going to see, I think, even more aggressive play than usual. Potentially someone going very cheap and very fast. Especially when you've got a pair of dragons here in Yonashiro's hand. I think we are going to see this get called. No. Okay, take it back. I would have been far more aggressive, but we're skipping the first dragon pair. But we'll definitely call the second. I think we talked about some previous streams. Like, oftentimes it's good to skip the first dragon. I would have made an exception in this case just because there is 2,600 in the pot. But
Just gonna look at her hand real quick. I think that her hand maybe wasn't quite as put together as she wanted it to be before she called. So with the second
that's
one,
fair
you
too.
don't really have a choice, but a lot of times people like to have a pretty put together hand before making the call. So you can get yourself into big trouble, and it's going to be a safe tile if you don't get that hand put together the way you want it to.
Yeah, honestly, that's definitely true. I'm thinking about the prize, but a pro player will definitely be thinking about I need an escape route. If things go wrong, I need an escape route.
She does have the lead right now.
A little bit
She
unfortunate
wants
there
to.
for.
She has the lead right now, and also the player closest to her right now is dealer Fujii's dealer, so she wants to be careful against that dealership, I think.
Absolutely fair. And with that third red dragon drawn in, we are going to start seeing some of the honor tiles get cut. The white dragon probably, well, it may not actually. I have to have a look at this. There's a very real chance this gets called because we will bring Sugiyama to a one-away hand, assuming that the white dragon does eventually get played.
Yeah, her hand is
Being,
totally put together a lot better right now, so much more likely to see that call.
speaking of being one-away, Sugiyama is right there. That's not the tempo we were looking for, but going to be a nice two-side weight no matter which way we look at it. Won't be much value elsewhere, but nothing wrong with that. Chance here to work the shape down. Maybe there's a way where we get the 5 to 7 mixture sequence. It's probably a bit of a dream to assume we're going to draw the 5 pin and then the 7 of bamboo, but it could happen. Very worst case, though, we are more likely to get the all inside for an extra Yakyu. And I would expect to probably see. It's actually a tough decision. I think I would just cut the 1-2 man here, but could definitely understand wanting to cut a pair instead. The white dragon eventually comes out, and it will be called, as you were saying. Hands very put together, one away. Choosing to cut the 4 first to try and mask the final weight. Should do. It's not. It's just because the 4 is more dangerous. We want to get rid of it earlier rather than later.
Wow, what a fill-in.
Yeah. Even gives the potential Itsu chance.
What is that?
At least
10-5
the
for
2 and the
Fuji?
9. I
One away?
have to go back around.
Looked like a triple and a pair, and then an open-ended weight, but...
I think Fuji was 1 away, so I think you might be right with it being Tenpai.
Whoa, wow.
This is a Tenpai, 369. The 9 being the Itsu.
That's one away. Okay.
It's
It
the
was
1
a
away.
3
Okay.
that came, paired up one of the open-endeds.
This 6 pin will deal in for Sugiyama, so choosing not to play it, especially after seeing the reach come out, makes a lot of sense to me. Speaking, just checking, we see a lot of the 9s discarded already. How many of the 8s do we see? A few, but not enough to guarantee its safety. I'm going to do a quick little sweep around to see how many of the nice 3-sided weights we see here. Doesn't matter. There's the 9. The best side of the weight gets the Itsu.
Wow. What a game Yonashiro's having, even with a significant deal-in.
Yeah,
Hanging
exactly.
on to first place there and goes ahead to end the dealership of the second place player.
I mean, that's aggressive play, right? Like sometimes you end up dealing in, but as long as you're always in every hand, you always have a chance to win. In theory, you're winning more than you're losing. If you're getting in, you're not folding as much, and the luck comes in.
Yeah, keeping the pressure on people when you have the best of it.
Never not drawing that 9. I mean, I would have expected the 3-6. If it was me, I would have drawn the 3. That's what would have happened. I would have been like, oh yeah, I'll take it. It's a win. But it would have been really nice to get the Itzy.
3 is the
That's
hardest one to draw. That's the only pinch on weight.
That's fair.
And you have it already too, so it's a very lucky draw. Easy to draw like a 3-sided weight. God, who needs skill for that?
I mean, speak for yourself. But yes, the skill is getting the 3-sided weight in the first place, right?
Yeah,
That's where it is.
true.
Yeah. So we are in South 3. Sugiyama's our dealer. Has that pair of the West, but doesn't sit in the West seat, unfortunately. Still, Sometimes you just got to use what you get. And if that's reach only on a good enough weight, that's more than good enough for me. And I'm sure it's good enough for her too. It's also quite interesting to see not keeping the 9 of characters there. The 4 in the hand is on its own. Could definitely be connected up very easily. And it's a Dora. So choosing to get rid of the pair just in case. We can end up making it like it's skill only when I win a hand, everything else is luck. That's one way of thinking about it. Absolutely. This is an interesting situation. Yeah. We want to use the Dora format if we can. We definitely want to try and consider calling. I may have kept the pairs just because I'm planning on opening the hand, going at the Zuke if I can, to try and catch the Dora if I can. Does create a dependency on the green dragon, but I've not seen too much of the pros here withholding dragons. We usually see them discarded later on in the hand. I don't know, maybe I would have happily been a bit more aggressive. As long as I didn't like wave a giant flag saying, hey, I need a dragon, I think it would have come out. Someone drawn it. Just based on what I've seen so far with the other players today, so in this game. However, Dealer Sugiyama is one away. And I think the same situation applies to Okubo as well. Our 2 players who desperately want to get some value. Sneak ahead. This is a better one away. Helps us use that 4 of characters. In an ideal world, we get a nice 2-sided weight with it. We're waiting on the 5 right now, but at least we can use it. There's one of the 5s we wanted. Doesn't help Fujii at all. I find it very interesting with the 357 of bamboo. Usually a decent mid-hand shape, but they're also spread out. Okay, ended up filling in the 4 of that, which is going to be Tenpai. So our weight is just a pair weight on the 1 pin and the green dragon. Obviously, we want to get the green dragon for the extra bit of value, but Arichi is Arichi. And Okubo desperately needs points. One thing is interesting to note is that we did see the 1 pin played just before the reach, and it's safe to the dealer reach that's been pursued. So I could see someone discarding the 1 pin. We also see quite a few of the 2s out already. I think we see, okay, yeah, 3 of the 2 pins have all been discarded. So I could definitely see the last 1 pin, if it's drawn by someone, flowing out. It's safe to Sugiyama's Riichi. It's 1 chance. Of course, that doesn't matter if the dealer here does draw the green dragon, the better side of the weight. So, reach green dragon, door 3. Okubo is back in this game. Sugiyama is circling the drain. Didn't mean to make that rhyme, but it happened. Obviously not over, but when you think about your win conditions, Sugiyama's going to have to pull out something pretty special to manage to get back into this. The direct hit on either the Fujii or Okubo, of course, just to get in a position also works as well. Kubo's start here is not the most exciting, unfortunately. This is really nice from Yonashiro. Yonashiro can't stop winning today, it seems like.
Yeah, she's definitely on fire.
It's obviously not complete, but with the completed triplet and some pairs, maybe 3 kill trips would be doable. Maybe we just go for any old reach just to try and end this match and stop Okubo from getting a dealer repeat or 2. Going to keep the 6 pin just in case we can use it. Dora will be the 8 of characters. It's not on the screen yet, but that is what we have. And I don't think anyone's drawn too many of those just yet. Does explain why Okubo is keeping the 6 of characters. Obviously, it's not just close to the Dora. It's just a really nice tile to have in the early game when you don't have the shapes you're looking for yet. We could be seeing a 7-pair shift for Okubo. That would be pair number 4. Speaking of, looks like we're going for a pairs and or triplets hand for Yonashiro as well. And yes, Yonashiro has all of the Dora. It's something I probably should have mentioned, but doesn't necessarily need value to win, but the score does add up. So a massive hand in all last would be great for the team. And the hand could end up being 7 pairs, of course. Could cut a Dora, but if we do that, we're basically telling the rest of the table we're Tenpai. Or at least one away. Having said that, though, if we wait, we don't want to be the one dealing in on Dora. It's about making a statement. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just got a Dora and you're like, yeah, that's right. You should be afraid. But otherwise, the goal seems to be all triplets, which is one of the hands I don't enjoy as much because it's notoriously hard to actually complete, especially when people realize you're going all triplets. Really easy to defend against. You just play tiles you've seen 2 of.
Yeah,
You see 3 of
well,
them,
all
you know it
triplets
can't
is
be a triplet.
mid, but all concealed triplets is fire. Is that how the young
Yes,
people talk?
sure. Honestly, it would be pretty typical for the 4 concealed triplets hand to have Dora 3 in it. Like that, Dora 4, in fact. Now you could calm this and scare everyone on the table. You could. You could discard it too. Okay, choosing to wait. Maybe we see a Khan in the future if we get to Tenpai. Don't want people to be too afraid. That's the thing, though. Yonashiro doesn't need to win this hand, right? By Kani, you're adding extra value to the table. You're actually adding extra variance. You're maybe giving Akuba a chance to win an even bigger hand. You don't want to be the person who gave Akuba Dora 4. Or in fact, Fuji, especially when you're in first. Like if you're in last place, you absolutely can't that. Easy every time. But I understand why first place, who has a 20,000 point lead, doesn't want to give anyone else extra Dora.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
It's
this a
not to
is this a
say that some of us have done that in the past.
is this a quad I see before me? Okay, gonna be cooling the pond here. If we get to Tenpai, that Khan is happening. It's happening. But yeah, that's the other thing, right? Imagine if we got a Rinchan.
You know, I got 2 Rinchans and 1 Hanchan when I was at the PML Invitational this past weekend
Oh,
in
that's
San
incredible.
Francisco. It was maybe the most impressive feat that I ever achieved in mahjong.
The Jankodron League that I host, I think the last game was, I think it had Gemma, it had Harrison as a sub, and the second I finished the admin of the last game, I started tuning in to that match, and I just saw Gemma Rinchan. It's like, oh, okay. Hopefully, we'll be hearing from both of them later on in the week. But yes,
Yes.
that was fun. Oh, and we are getting Tenpai for Yonishiro's hand here, waiting on the 4 of darts and the East. Both those are suspiciously live, I will admit. So I don't think anyone's going to be discarding those. Maybe the 4-pin, maybe, but unlikely. The East, I don't know. The East is once cut. Oh, actually, I take it back. It's discarded once by Okubo. No, actually, am I squinting? Oh, it's actually, they've both been discarded. Once by Okubo, once by Fujii. Okay, I take it back. So it's just the 4-pin. That's the other reason you probably don't Khan. You've only got the 4-pin at your weight. Yeah, there aren't any East left, unfortunately. I just couldn't count them because it's a little bit blurry on my end. My apologies. So just
Who
4
never
pin.
needs to apologize. I did
But
it. I
still.
did it. All right, everybody, happy.
Either way, though, this is going to be Tenpai for dealer Okubo. And that 4-pin is never coming out. And in fact, Okubo manages to steal the 5 of dots from Yonashiro. Not a huge amount of value, even despite the Khan. But Okubo manages to keep her dealership and get 3,000 points closer to that first place spot. It's not guaranteed yet, of course.
I mean,
But
she's
maybe
already done a great job making this comeback.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that direct hit Sugiyama to go from last to second is incredible. And yeah, even that 1,500 points gets Okubo into second place. Obviously, when you're last dealer, a single 1,000 points is kind of not a nice lead to have, right? You want to be a little bit more than that because you have to be note 10 to end the match. And if you're note 10 and Fuji is Tenpai, they will overtake you, of course. So you need to keep winning, but nothing wrong with getting some points. Soko's got a decent hand as well, so I think 2 away right currently. A lot of pairs, so maybe we can go for something exciting, but probably more likely just going to be discarding whatever we can. In fact, that looks to be calling just the south only, which is perfectly fine. Again, as I was saying, you want to have at least enough that you can then be no 10, have Fuji be Tenpai. So that 4,000 point swing is really, really what you want minimum before you even consider ending the game. And when you want away, just go take that, get the south only, get the 300 points for that repeat counter. And then maybe see what happens in the next repeat. We'll have to see. Cutting the pair. The 2 of characters, of course, being probably the most likely, so least likely pair to actually get played by anyone else. We see a lot of the early 9 characters getting played, so hopefully it's going to be hard for people to use the 8, which means it's more likely to come out than the 2. And of course, a 9 is a 9. We want to be in lab. Or we could just draw it ourselves, which is Tenpai waiting on 2-5 of Bamboo. For over here, we see 1-2 in players' hands and or discarded. That 2 of Bamboo is going to come out, I think, quite quickly from Sugiyama. I think that doesn't matter because the 5 it was drawn. So Kube manages to get the Sumo there. Not a huge win, but we stay in South 4. An extra repeat counter is added to the pot, 600 points.
And
Last
also,
one in.
those sumos make a big difference between all players and not just, if she had one off of, say, Fuji or Sugiyama. I guess Fuji would be a pretty good win, but if you assume that Yonashiro's not going to deal in, then the sumos are massive for trying to make the comeback to first place.
Yes. Yeah, you've come at a very interesting time. We're in all last right now at Kubo's dealer. We've had 2 wins, actually 3 wins on the row. We've had a win in South 3 as well. And Akuba's gone from last place to second with maybe a chance of getting in to the top here. Although Yonashiro does have 5 pairs or 4 pairs. Definitely worth thinking about a way to be safe, but also maybe trying to snipe the win away from someone else. A closed 7 pairs weight is always a fun route to that. Really good fill in for Okubo though. Getting that 3-man for the 1-2-3 and sort of maybe alleviating the overlap between the 1-2-man and the 4-5-man. That double defense on the 3 is really bad. So getting a 3-man early to help fix that out is so good to see. Also have that Dora, that West just sitting in the hand. Got to try and make some of this value out from somewhere. Meant to be preparing for stealth will come back exactly. It could happen. Although we have unfortunately backfired with the early 9-pin discard. It's definitely the right move at the time, though. You want to keep the 2-pin over the 9-pin at the very early phase of the hand. 2-pin, obviously, way more helpful if you draw the 3. You end up getting a nice 2-sided weight and that pin food potential. Meanwhile, Fujii have not talked about this hand so much because they have a lot of work to do, but that is developing. Another pair for Sugiyama. But it looks like Okubo stalled out a little bit, which just bought everyone else a bit of time. Have a look at Sugiyama's hand, how close we are to certain Yaku here. Is it 4 pairs? It's 5, so 1 away from 7 pairs. Speaking of 1 away, Okubo is now there. That's not depending on the 6 of bamboo, which is not as nice to see, but 1 away is 1 away. Nice fill in here with the 8 of dots. This is where you decide, is it time to discard Dora? Do I want to try and get Dora too? We're talking about Fujii here, who does need a few points to overtake second place. As a reminder for the format here, we have 20 teams who are split into 5 groups of 4. First place after 3 matches gets to the next round. The closest second place after 3 matches gets to the next round. And the other 4 seconds get a final chance against each other, where 2 of the other 4 seconds get through. So you have to be top 2 out of 3 games to even have a chance of getting to the next round. But ideally, first. Yonashiro does get another pair, probably switching 7 pairs here. A lot of players building up pairs in their hand. But that's the problem with 7 pairs, right? When everyone has 5 pairs, there are not many tiles that actually get you the win. I will say that is definitely not the case, though, for Yonashiro, who's now waiting on the north.
There's 1 out, just 1.
That is exactly what you want to see. The highest win rate is once cut on the tiles.
And there it is.
There it is.
Oh. Yonashiro locks in first place for this first game here.
I think it's 23 for a once cut on a tile, 21 for a none cut on a tile, and 20% for a twice cut, which is surprising, right? Because 20% is still really, really good, even if there's only 1 tile left in the wall.
Yeah, it's super high.
Either way, then. But yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to Yonashiro for that amazing first. Congratulations to Okubo, though, for making the comeback into second place. Like, that could have been so much worse. South 3 and South. Huge for them. Well played. What a fun match.
It was a fun match, and Yonashiro on fire. Those are the matches that you sort of dream on, especially on stream. I dream of not on.
Like, Yonashiro did deal into 1 hand, but like she couldn't stop winning. Yeah, that's always one of the interesting situations, right? Like, obviously with Chiral you want to reach most of the time, because when you flip 1 arrow, you flip 2, and that usually bumps the hand up like a significant amount. But like, when you're in first place, you just want the game to be over.
And North is such a great weight when you're in first place. I mean, you don't have to reach there. And you have to reach, it's still a pretty good weight, but when you don't have to reach, it's kind of amazing weight.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if that should draw itself, it probably would have got by someone else. So yeah, you love to see it. But yeah, that was game 1 of 3 for the first table. I believe we'll be seeing game 2 of 3 for a different table, and then game 3 of 3 for a third. But for second game...
So for table A, we only get to see the first game. Table B, we will watch the second game.
Yeah, I'd like to introduce for that second game, Tips. Hello.
Hello. Thank you. Chiral, Jenn. Quite a first game. To con or not to con? That is the eternal question.
I think that it's con for entertainment. It's con for content. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna have to brush my Shakespeare.
That's
to
a
go with more
that's a
puns.
curlyism right there.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't mine. I didn't make that up, but it is perfect.
Yeah, Curly, I think that definitely has been featured on the channel. Hopefully, be featured again at some point. But
Yeah, it's been kind of busy, so they had their DC open and lots of other things to do. So hopefully he'll be back soon.
Yep.
yeah.
Just like
We'll see.
Jen's been busy with the M League World Riichi US Tour. Early bird tickets still available. June 26th, 28th in Las Vegas here. Also 29th and 30th on the East Coast in New York. But the big tournaments in Las Vegas and New York is exhibition and meet and greets.
Yeah, we actually extended early bird a little bit longer because we had like so many more announcements to make with it. So we still have another week or so to get your early bird tickets, which is at a discount. And yeah, awesome announcement, Yusong coming to Las Vegas. I think this is just a massive announcement.
We've seen Moriyama said he was going to be there, president of the JPML. Of course, the headliners, the 6 M Leaguers, as well as other pros, including Uotani, who was in the first draft for M League, as well as Jenn herself, and
I'll be mostly
really?
emceeing and handling the streams because we're going to have live commentary.
Very cool. And that's us here with commentary on game number 2 today. Some showstoppers here as well.
It's kind of a big deal because even if you won't be able to make it, you'll still be able to hang out with me.
Right. Like you're all doing here right now.
Yeah. All right. So the first dealer in this is table B, game 2, and this time I put semifinal. It's quarterfinals. I just put a different title on each slide, I think, apparently. So the first dealer, well, representing Ikkyu, the sweets shop, is Rio Tojyo. And JPML in the South Sea is Natsumi Negishi, representing Team Maika. In the West Sea is Sayako Fukushima, who we are seeing for the first time because she's from the Orb League, representing Abekumi League. And in the North Sea is Miki Tsukada, representing TF Channel, whom we have seen before.
So I think this is the first time we've seen a league as a sponsor for a team here.
Have like a bunch of like different like leagues that are streamed, and amateur leagues and fun leagues and things like that. So I'm guessing it's one of the like something in that category.
So
it's not like a professional league necessarily.
They should be creating all kinds of amazing players, even if they're not quite professional. They are competing. Feel like competition, even at the playful level, is good for getting improvement out of players. It gives them a reason, motivation to improve and get better.
Absolutely. It says bye to Choo Choo. When will the lies end?
Bye bye Choo Choo. Another Tumon gone. You can see Fukushima really locked in that 2-3 mon shape very early. Did not want the extra 2 mon. It almost felt like she was the first dealer because we moved so fast. But Tojyo here, our first dealer. It's one of the more difficult names, I think, for me to pronounce as not really a native Japanese speaker. I just want to say Tojyo, but Tojyo.
No, it's Tojyo. Tojyo. She just likes to spell it with a Y. That's like the old romanization.
Interesting.
So it's not, there is no Jyo sound in Japanese. It's just Jo. But the older romanization, they added a Y.
I wonder if it used to kind of sound like that.
Chart. No, not really. It's just the chart that the chart that some older people like to use, but it's going away. It's going away. Don't worry. No, I think that they actually teach it in schools for typing, but it's not recommended.
Fukushima here having a solid hand. Tojo here looks to be one away as well. With the dealer, nice Pinfu, Tanya, Rio Negishi. Seen a lot of Negishi. The classic mica baseball uniform. Always when speaking of competition, I think the baseball uniform is one of the most obvious signs, like, yeah, we're here to play. When you have the baseball uniform on, gives that serious aura. Maybe it's just because I played baseball. Oh, we're going for Chan. No, it's not Chanta. It's Sanshoku, though, at least. So loses the 5-so out of the weight in order to add 1 Han to the hand. And 10 Fu, because it's not Pinfu. Sometimes that extra 10 Fu matters, especially when you're going between 3 and 4 Han, which the hand looks to be. Of course, Fukushima is not going to get that 5-so. You mentioned Fukushima from the Orb League, the western side of Japan, the JPML studio located over in the Tokyo area. So not really able to cast any of the Orb. Oh, Mrs. Ipatsuma there interrupting myself. Because she went for the greedier weight. Wonder if this is typical of the Orb League style in Western Japan to hunt for the bigger points here.
I think it. Let's see. It's game 2. Her team is in last place, so she's trying to get some extra points.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Two, 3, 4. That's a huge tempai here for Tojo in the dealer seat. This could be worth a lot. Of course, she has to be careful of Fukushima here. She actually just drew Fukushima's only winning tile, but Tojo doesn't know that.
She reaches waiting for the 3, 4, 6 of dots. 3-sided weight.
And this is going to be a very difficult spot for Fukushima. Even Negishi calling now, but it looks like Negishi calling just to break Ipatsu. Doesn't look like she has that much of a hand that can push here. Out comes the 7-mon, just barely avoids dealing in. Oh, I mean, she did break Ipatsu. Negishi broke Ipatsu, but it also rotated the draws for Tojo to win immediately. No Ipatsu, but her first draw was a winner. So a quick win for Tojo in the dealer seat. That's going to give her a re-deal here. 2,000 all plus 2 Riichi sticks, one of them her own. So up 7,000 here after the first hand. And unfortunate for Fukushima. As we go into East 1, 1 repeat. A lot of Sozu here. Fukushima cuts an honor tile, so not completely looking at half flush yet. But perhaps. I believe the 3-pin came out before Tojo was tempai. Otherwise, I don't see a reason why she would have gone into Furi-ten in this case. Cuts the 1 from the 1 3-pin that Negishi just drew. Really trying to lock in the mixed sequences. 6-7 here for Tojo and Manzu.
Oh no, he said it.
Needed to elicit a response. 3-mon is the Dora here. That's why we can see it just sitting there in Fukushima's hand.
Are you making fun of me just now for calling out your 6-7?
No.
You said 6-7, and I said, oh no, he said it.
Yeah. I know. I said I needed to get a response out of you.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the chat.
I was talking about that before, about the 3-pin.
Okay.
3-pin weight, and we can see Fukushima still holding on to 3-mon. I think that's just going to be stuck there. I don't think she's going to discard it. 3-so, on the other hand, is not Dora, but it is Sanzo. So, not a good enough reason for Tsukada to keep that tile, though. Not quite as valuable as the Dora to her. 1 away now for Negishi. Fukushima still not finding the Dora tile or anything close to it to help her out. Oh, not quite a 5-so. That's a 4-so. It's not going to do it. Will convince Negishi to cut the 9-so and go for Tanya, though. The all inside hand. 6, 7, 8. Well, it's real Tempai, but the weight is pretty poor here. Dora Tsuji, 6-mon. Is it go time or wait time? Skada says it's go time, 6-mon. There is 1 Dora in the hand already, so it's a little bit of value. Ipatsu has not been broken, but we can see Tojyo has 2 copies of the 6-mon that Tsukada needs to win. Oh, we'll make that 3 copies. Tojyo eating up all the winning tiles for Tsukada, but Tojyo is so far from Tempai. It's hard to see her finishing her hand. Tempai here. Negishi takes it without reaching, but she does have the Tanyao Yaku, the all inside, so she can win. There's a 5-pin. No dice. Hard decision now for Tojyo. 8-so. 4-pin just gets discarded. That's a safe tile. 5-pin, safe tile here from Fukushima. Ooh, chance to improve the weight, but there's a lot of Furiten possibility there. 8-so, 9-so, and 2-so all been discarded. Yep, and that's going to mean Negishi just discards the 5-so back. 5-so not exactly safe. That's actually quite a dangerous tile for this spot. But it goes through. Let's see, Maika and Abekumi Rig both in 3rd and 4th place respectively. Only 1st place makes it out. Other than, you said there are 2 wild cards. There's the Dora pair. Are there 2 wild cards?
There's 1 wild card to go directly to the semifinals, and then the other 4 second place teams will play off, and 2 will get spots in the semifinals. So basically, if your team is 2nd place, you have a 3 out of 5 chance of making it to the semifinals still.
Okay, so 2nd place, not the end of the world, but definitely 3rd and 4th places will end the tournament run here for your team. Pretty tough spot for Fukushima here. 1 away from Tempai, but the safe tiles break the hand. 5-so.
If your team can't get 1st, then you definitely want to aim for 2nd there.
Okay, so Fukushima risks the 6-so. She does have 2 Doras. She knows her team is behind. Takes the risk. We've seen some very bold play here from our Orb League team from the West. It's an East versus West battle. This is Tempai. Fukushima no Yaku must Riichi if she wants to Roan. Could just wait for Sumo, but she is going to slam it.
And it deals in to the middle weight for Negishi.
The non-Riichi hand. It does still have 1 Dora in it, though, so not completely valueless.
I think she might have talked herself into making that reach, even if there was a reach on the board already, because it would have been a Tsuji discard. And when you're Tempai, then the Tsuji discard is really valuable.
Yeah.
It's really, you can definitely talk yourself into it. Even if Suji isn't always safe, if your hand is Tenpai, it's definitely worth taking that risk. Um, the the only thing is, would she have gotten to Tenpai if the Nigishi
Right.
had reached? And we don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, Tsukada's reach was on the table. The discard was indeed safe to Tsukada. Not safe, but it went through against Tsukada. So did not deal into the Riichi, but caught by a sneaky Tenpai from Negishi. To be fair, Negishi did push some dangerous tiles, so it wasn't completely sneaky. And this is not a... It's not a single elimination format, and it's not a double elimination format either. It's a lot of these mahjong tournaments that we've been casting are fairly unique formats.
Very complicated, like
Yeah.
finals.
Yeah, so first
we did-
place from every group moves on, and then second place, the top second place moves on as well, and then 2 of the remaining 4 second place teams, well, all 4 of the second place teams will play a final match, and 2 of the 4 will move on from there.
Yeah, so the second place teams all get a second chance.
Third and
Uh,
fourth place are eliminated. No second chance.
Remember, this is after playing 10 sessions in a league.
Yes.
This isn't just a 2-day tournament.
Yeah, this is the playoffs.
Also, I think the wild card will probably go to whatever second place team is closest to first place. I don't think it's just raw score. Generally, in this competition, it's the difference between first and second place, and whoever has the smallest difference gets that wild card spot.
Well said. This
Practice.
Dora 7mon here is already being used in 2 different hands. Tojo looking for one, but can't find it. And Negishi really looking for one. Looks like 2 more remain in the wall. A little 8mon here. That's another pair. Could be thinking about pairs possibly. Pairs also close to Dora. Gonna keep the pairs. Keep the twin sequence. There's a Dora. Tojo picks up one. Cuts a pair of 4mon. That's one of them anyway. 3, 4, 5 connecting for Fukushima. She's one away. We are rolling. Rolling ahead. Is the other 4mon gonna come out? It is. Think she's a little hesitant. A little hesitant to go for Chanta, the outside hand, but Tojo eventually thinking about doing it if she can replace that 6-pin with a 9-pin. Even 5mon to get the 2-sided weight on the Dora is not accepted. The Ryankan, as they say, double gutty, as Jenn would say.
I like that in Double Gutty.
The first time you said it, I thought you were speaking Japanese. I thought it was double gari. Double gari. And they have the waseigo. Yeah.
Yeah. Gut shot. It's a poker term.
Yeah, not too many people say gutty for gut shot weight. Here it is, Tenpai, Tojo.
Yes, they do.
I don't hear it very much. You're
heard
the
it a
first person I
ton on
heard from.
poker tables.
Maybe it's old. Maybe
Oh my
that's
god.
old slang.
Oh my god, he really just said that.
You guys were all joking about it earlier today. Oh, another Dora. That's a big draw for Negishi. Huge Tenpai. Poker nowadays is too full of AI this and EV that and
Everyone was talking about
push it
EV
over.
as well when I was playing poker a lot.
Hmm.
But I think we only said gutty when it was double gutty. It wasn't like because double gut shot sounds long.
I
Okay,
see, I see.
8 comes out and Tojo will win on it.
Yeah, it was a
The
little
middle.
unexpected. Didn't have too much hope for Tojo's weight here, but it hits. It hits!
Maybe you're ancient Jenn. Personally, I wouldn't let that slide. Thank you, dude. Chat has my back.
I feel like Doodoo Mangs is an instigator. Been instigating ever since Choo Choo was on stream, apparently.
But long before that, like. All right, actually a pretty good hand, starting hand for Fukushima with her first dealership.
Yeah, 4 copies of Dragon for Tsukada, though. 4 is when you start to wonder maybe there could be a Yakuman here. Could there be a Yakuman? Usually you want to draw a 5th copy in your first 2 or 3 draws, though. So far, no good for Tsukada. So this could be Fukushima's chance to strike back. That's a nice pair. Still not completely sure.
Yeah, but definitely has a nice shift to an inside hand and plenty of room to use the door, although it's pretty much locked up in other people's hands.
Oh, 7 pairs Tenpai. Tojo, the Tenpai just snuck up on us. A lot of times you can't see the 7 pairs coming. And being so fast. Tojo just takes the reach.
I don't think this 9 is fine. The 9 mon with all those blockers, and it's so early you can't. There it is. Yes.
There it goes.
Is listening. It's all these blockers. You can't really play perfect defense against a reach this early.
Yeah, Fukushima's been playing pretty aggressively as well. You mentioned her team's in last place, so because it's the playoff format, you don't have a whole 10 sessions to make up the points. There's a little bit of urgency.
And you got to take more risks, but that makes for more exciting mahjong.
Right. Wonder this south tile will come out from Negishi at some point.
Well, the 9 mon was safe since Fukushima had discarded it already. This is too many blocks.
Ooh, Fukushima's gonna go 7 pin and then she's gonna go 5 pin after?
It looks
7?
like it.
Yeah, 7 pin is a safe tile to the Riichi. 5 pin is going to be the difficult one. But every time it goes to Negishi, I'm wondering when she's gonna go for the somewhat safe south.
Yeah, I mean, anyone besides Negishi will probably discard the south very easily.
Oh, Chi Tenpai, but one-sided Tenpai. Oh no, it's Sanjoku.
Nope.
Mixed triple.
So the 4 will give an extra Han,
Yeah,
but she has a Yaku and she can win. Or 2 extra Hans since it's
because
Dora.
it's Dora.
But like I said, they're locked up in 2, of course, in Tojo's hand, and then another one Skada's hand as well. Oh no. I thought Skada had one before. She didn't. Okay, there's 2 left. Nice. I really thought I saw one earlier.
Maybe it was last hand.
No, it was after because it was right before I saw Tojo's pair, but that's fine. That's better. It's a nice surprise. It's a
Right.
nice mistake to make.
Either that or we're gonna have to go over and check the tapes in some sort of hand shuffle controversy. One of the 2.
All right. Kip, have fun at work, and also welcome, Adam. Yeah, it is difficult to keep up with the players. You can look at the scores a little bit. You can see the scores on the table.
You can come back week after week and you'll recognize their faces. You'll put a face to the name.
It's a lot of weeks though, since we only see each team twice during the season.
That's true. But this table has some of the regulars. Obviously, M Leaguer, Tojo, Negishi's a veteran to
Yeah,
the
Negishi
Sankei
we've seen in a
Shimbun.
lot of
Yeah.
the individual finals and things as well.
Fukushima, you mentioned, we haven't really seen because she is from the Orb League. And Tsukada has been around a little while. There goes 3 so. Can't do anything about that now. Oh, I thought she was going to grab the South, but 5 so.
It is Shompai, so she's playing it tight.
But on a more practical sense, I
One more
agree.
to hello Jen, hello Tips. Hello to you as well.
Hello. It can be a little difficult to track when
It's
they're moving at such a speed. Oh, is that?
it's a
It's
little bit
not.
easier it is Tempai. I mean it can be a switch, but
Yeah, but the Yaku's
she
all
won't have
gone
Sunshoku anymore. Yeah. But she can switch to just the 4 weight as well.
with the 2-pin discard. That's
Too much.
2-mon discard. Sorry, that's a reasonable option.
I don't know if 6 is particular. I mean, it's next to the Dora, but considering everything she's discarded so far, and she'll go with the 2, so she's still got a Yaku guaranteed, but now relying only on the Dora.
Yeah, no more winning on 1-mon. But there really aren't too many tiles left, so safety over greed here. Oh, there's a
And it's
Dora.
a little bit easier to follow the players in the Saikyo-sen team battle because they all play a lot more often on the stream table.
This is still not Tempai. Negishi making a call here. Maybe looking to Pon for Tempai. 2 more draws though. She'll get 1 more chance at Tempai. Tojyo misses. Negishi's last draw. No, she also misses.
And the call brought her a last draw, so that was kind of
Yes.
her only chance to get to
Yes,
Tempai.
solid play.
Hate's getting sick with me. Oh no, don't make other people sick.
It's
Okay, dude, yeah, no making fun of people's heads, please. You can make fun of my head, but
I think Dudu's saying the opposite.
I know there's a player on one of the JPML English streams that had a hairline that stood out a lot, I guess you could say. Hair color and the whole hair scenario for that person stood out, and that's what he's talking about.
Here goes the East tile. It is still East around, so East is the first discard. I remember Jenn. We're talking with Jenn about mahjong styles, and she said, "Oh, that's the kind of player who would discard East in the first round to prevent the dealer from getting double East." And we see another one of them here. No double East for you, East player.
Either discard it first to try and keep them from pulling the double east, or you
Yes.
hold on to it and squeeze it and don't let them pull double east.
Exactly. Yeah. So we see that here.
Yeah, only 2 types of mahjong player in the whole world.
I think it can be pretty viable. To prevent the dealer from getting double East. They just shoot it out really fast, hope they don't have a copyright off the rip. This is 1 away.
And if you're really fast, maybe they won't even see it.
Oh, yeah, even if they do have the pair.
Yeah.
Ah! They were too busy sorting their hand. Dealer shouldn't have that issue though, because they go first. Period.
I definitely sort my hand after discarding as dealer.
That is true. A lot of times for speed purposes. Although I think when it comes to the TV table with this much on the line, I don't think the players really do that.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I do on the TV table.
Yeah.
Probably it's different every time. I don't But I guess when I was playing on PML over the weekend, I was on the TV table a few times, and I definitely sorted my hand after discarding. But also in
Oh.
PML, they show all four hands at the same time, so it's less of an issue. Here, where you can only see the
Yes.
camera
On
around, then
the
it's
cam. I
easier
think
to see if
there's
you sort it
pros and
first.
cons to both angles. So having all
Yeah,
four hands on the same time, it's a lot, especially if you're on a smaller screen like a phone. Very difficult to see what's going on. But
true,
at
true.
least you know who's who. Oh,
And you
out
don't
goes the
need the
2-pin.
So for this
Interesting.
setup, you have to have someone actually physically switching the camera.
Yes. Oh,
So
big
it
tempai.
makes a big difference.
Big tempai here. Oh, sorry, that's a 3-so, not a 2. I mean, it's a Paradora. Gonna break the other pair.
Wait. Did you almost like see that tile wrong?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Her thumb
it's
was
happening
covering it.
to the world. Oh my god.
Wouldn't be the first player to miss C. I don't think miss C is a verb.
I
What is
think you might be the first time. It might be the first time Tips ever missed saw 3-so though.
dun dun
Any other tile,
dun?
I would get it.
Right. I think it's her thumb. The top of 2-so and 3-so look alike until you reveal the bottom. This is
Yeah,
a
it would be a
very
good baccarat tile. You could squeeze it.
just read about a baccarat controversy actually.
Oh, I want to hear that later.
Uh
But we have a tempai.
yeah,
We have
we
two
have two
tempai.
tempais. One of them's got a lot of Dora. Out goes
All right, the
Green
green dragon's with
Dragon.
now. Yeah, you have two tempais each in a row. I guess you only notice one because of the reach, but
Yeah, Tojo is staying silent on this one. With the dealer Riichi
got
now, I don't think Tojo is going to reach.
that's yeah, that's right. It's another situation where you're in first place and you want to lock in the win and not draw attention to yourself. And
Mm,
especially, I didn't check, but if you have a winning tile that's in the reach player's discards, then that's a really good move. But I didn't check that, so let's check that.
right, the old
Does have she
safe
does, yeah.
tile trap.
I think I see the 6 in the reach player's discard, so it is a Genbutsu trap right there.
Yes.
Top right.
Correct read. Tsukada is going to have trouble making tempai. She could definitely do it if she wasn't careful. But with the Riichi on the table and perhaps some suspicion of Tojo, she has to be very careful. She's going to play aggressively though here.
Most efficient discard, even though she's already discarded the 7 pin, so she's missed a tempai technically already.
I think Tojo just got tempai back after cutting. Yeah, yeah, she did. She swapped 1 pin for 9 pin. She didn't cut the first 9 pin because it was dangerous, but she just happened to draw another. And then the Riichi player can't do anything about her draws. Deals in. Tied with Tsukada now. Fukushima, Tsukada, both 17-3.
I think it was sort of inevitable, but look how EQ is doing. You look at the white numbers above the name are the score that the team came in with from game 1. And the yellow is if this game were to end right now, what the standings would be, and EQ plus 100. If Tojo can lock this in, then it will be a massive lead going into the last game for EQ, and everyone else will be playing for second.
Yeah, looking to double up here. Oh, a huge draw for Fukushima, though. She's had some good hope in her hands. Fukushima's had some very promising hands. She's been tempai a number of times, but just hasn't found that last tile to win. And then sometimes that ends up with her dealing in. She's played pretty aggressively, even on hands where she was a little further from tempai as well. But it has unfortunately not paid off yet. Still a pretty close game though. Tojo is a little bit separated from the pack, but Even she isn't safe. Fukushima cutting the pair to keep the mixed sequence. Only one tile of the mixed sequence, the 5, 6, 7. She just has a 7-mon and keeps it over the pair. Whoa, potential double sequence, pure double sequence. Negishi got a 4-pin and a 7-pin now for Fukushima. Tsukada's still trying to figure things out. Extra 6 though, that's a keep. That's a keep for Fukushima. Goes the
Alright,
white
moving towards
dragon.
a possible full straight for
Yeah.
Tsukada.
That would be nice value, just like this, Negishi. Very close to Tempai here. Oh, not even that pair is kept. No 1-mon pair either.
I approve.
Looks a little bit slow. 7, 8, 9. No pair though. 1 away still.
Super efficient shape, though. The only problem is if you draw the open-ended first, you're stuck on a single wait, so
Right.
you end up usually wanting to wait one more turn before reaching. Tojo's wanting to play sort of safe, keeping all those honor tiles.
Oh, what's this? This is an interesting tile. Doesn't keep it though.
Yeah, you could end up with a 1, 2, 3, 4 wait.
Yeah.
But you have to pick which open-ended, and a lot of times players don't want to pick which open-ended to get rid of because you always pick the wrong one.
Yeah, it is a fair bit less efficient to Tempai, but generally all of your weights are better if you get Tempai. But a lot of those weights, when you have a 1, 1, 1 and then a 2, 2 and a 3, 3, you usually have a lot of the copies of the tiles that you need to win. A lot of copies of the tiles that are your weights. So
Yeah, if there's none on the board, it's a maximum 9 tile weight, which is not that great for 4-sided weight.
right. Well, 2, 3, 4. This is that Tempai? No, I think it's still 1 away. For Tsukada in the dealer spot. So everybody stuck 1 away from Tempai. Hardest spot to be. Safety, danger. It all comes together. 2,
What
3,
a fill-in.
4. Yeah, that's
1
that's
away
1
with
away
really
as
good
well. So we'll see who can get Tempai first. It's Fukushima with a Dora in hand.
Waiting for the 5, 8.
That's an extra Dora. That's a horrifying extra Dora for Tsukada. She might be able to use it in the future, but it is going to slow her down.
Start with the 3-pin that's safe to the reach. It still keeps your open-ended shapes, and then you can decide what to do with the Dora later. If you Tempai with a full straight possibility and a 3-sided weight, you might just decide to push it.
Yep. I could see that. Her team is in second place right now, though. Might be a little scared to take that dangerous step. But she is also in third place in this game right now. Out goes a 6, though. Ooh, this is kind of cool. The hard part is that the 3-mon is the Dora indicator. Not many 3-mon left. Obviously, she has one in her hand as well. So the weight is very difficult.
It's pretty late, so I might just be going for it.
Tempai!
Just for the single. Wait. I think most players, even when they're taking Tempai here, mostly looking for the Tempai payments at the end of the hand and not necessarily to win the hand.
Ooh, I thought that was a win. There's a 4 out of 5, missing an extra pip in the middle.
All these players are fooling tips with their thumbs.
Yeah, it's like when you roll the dice and you're playing whatever. And you're trying to... Oh, that would have won if she had kept the 1, 2, 3 so wait. Too late now. It's so far away I wouldn't even call it a backfire, honestly. That discard was so long ago. No change of weight here. Still thinks 5-pin is the most dangerous of all the tiles.
Yeah, and Scott has long since given up. Looks like. Not given up, sorry, but now she has given up. That's what I meant.
Right.
Not long since. Has now.
Yeah, we saw an 8-pin come out, but the 2-5 Suji players did not like that one. Fukushima and Negishi both able to maintain tempai come the end of the round as we go into South 1.
And watch how Tojo plays this dealership. She doesn't need extra points. She just wants to lock in this win, but she wants to make sure the other players don't catch up to her. So getting their tiles, I just want to remind everyone that we were planning to do the Masters stream on the JPML English channel today, but since it looks like there's not going to be an E3 broadcast this month, we will switch that to Monday. So I'll do a Play Like a Pro episode. I'll put a Play Like a Pro episode up instead tonight. And we will watch the entire Masters final table on Monday on the JPML English channel after the final of the Sankei Shimbun Cup comes to conclusion. So it's going to be it's Monday in Japan, so Sunday. Sunday we'll have both the Sankei Shimbun Cup final table, the 2 games for the final table, and then 5 games for the Mahjong Masters final table. 3 M-Leaguers on that Masters final table. It's going to be crazy.
M-League Masters. We see Tojo here discarding Dora early, playing her position to a T. Didn't need points, like you said. The Play Like a Pro episodes, also a great window into Mahjong in Japan.
Yeah, some good advice. Some good advice for your own hands
and some good banter as well.
Sometimes.
And Garth is always there.
Garth is always there. Garth will be there on Sunday as well.
Play Like a Pro is where I learned that the Nikaido sisters really don't like Ipeiko. that's a piece of trivia I picked up. Ooh, 5-6. Keeps the extra 5 mon. Here's a Dora. Out it goes. Tojo still willing to risk Dora, even at the end of the first row. Better earlier than later.
Not slower hands this time than we saw in the last hand.
Yeah. Fukushima, as has been the pattern, still looking like a pretty solid hand. But will this hand finally be the hand where she breaks the curse? Negishi starting to look like a full straight here. Oh, 777, so not Pinfu, but it is closer to Tenpai. Fukushima, not much value with that draw. But lots of speed. Pretty solid 1 away. There's a 3-so, and there goes the 3-so. Goodbye, 3-so. This time, the 5-mon pair is discarded. Just like it was previously, a couple turns ago. Here's a Dora. Negishi, in a little bit of a different situation, is going to keep that Dora, unlike Tojyo.
All right, nice fill in. But gets rid of the pair. So since it's a south round, the south pair cannot be used for pinfu. And also 2 out already, so it can't be pawned. So she decides to let it go and try and make a pair elsewhere. Oh, she has
Fukushima,
a pair in the night one, sorry. She tries to make another sequence in the sozu. So keeping that nakabukure, the bulging shape, for
right.
2 open-endeds.
Tojo's early Dora discards paying off. She's 1 away from Tenpai on her dealer turn. Fukushima is Tenpai, but she's looking for a better weight, and this really couldn't get any better, I think. The only other option was to get a full straight with the Dora. I think that would be the max if she could get 1 to 9 pin, but this is good enough. Pinfu, chance for the twin sequence. Chi is called, and we can see a lot of the 5-so that Fukushima could win on are held by Tsukada. Of course, Fukushima gets more from the 8-so for the twin sequence, but
Looks like Tsukada's going to make a Sanshoku for her Yaku.
the open
5, 6, 7.
Sanshoku. Dora!
Not open. No, she's already got it locked in with the 6 pin weight. 5, 6, 7.
Ooh. Wait.
Just got to get that 6 pin, which is not easy. Didn't she chi for the 5, 6, 7 shape?
Yes. But I mean, her hand is open.
Oh, okay.
Tsukada's
I
hand is open.
I was thinking open-ended, where like one on each side. Yeah,
This is a
gotcha.
tough Tenpai. I mean, the weight is not bad. You have a Pinfu, is a little bit of value, but that 2-pin is very close to Dora. Although we've seen a lot of Dora get discarded, but Tojyo going to play it safe. Doesn't want to risk anything here. Into Fukushima, who's been striking time and time again. This is Tenpai. Takes it. Tsukada takes it, but I think she gave up 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku there, so she's just looking for the Tenpai payment now.
We're getting to the very end of this hand as well. And everyone's hands were just really slow this time around.
What's been drawn? Oh, it's discarded. Ormon. Ormon has been Dora a few times this game, but it's not Dora this time. It is enough for a Chi, though. Not sure what Negishi's play is here. Doesn't look like she's going for Tenpai. Perhaps she's trying to give Fukushima a chance to win? Or maybe she took the, moved it so it was Fukushima didn't get the last draw. Like the Haite chance. I think that's what happened. Shifted the last draw 1 over. But still, Tsukada was able to maintain Tenpai. And so, from first and second, points flow to third and fourth, making this game closer. Tojyo definitely not out of the woods. Negishi opening up 2 pairs of dragons in the dealer seat. No white dragon to be seen, though. But this is a solid hand. This could turn things around in a couple turns.
Tojo's goal is just going to be win cheap hands and try to lock in that first place.
Huh, Negishi's 1 away from Tenpai. I wonder if she passes calls on the dragons here. Dora is 5, so did not actually see whether Negishi is holding any of those. But a call on any of the dragons right now would make it a 1-han hand, I think. Yeah, it would just be 1 han. Just the dragon. With a chance of waiting on the second dragon for Tuhan. If she so chooses, but she hasn't even gotten the option yet. The other player is holding their single dragon copies in hand.
And that actually happens a lot when you start with dragons in your hands. That's why a lot of the pros will hold off on calling. A lot of times they want to lock in some more value or at least have a good shape to win that cheap hand with.
Yep, and Negishi agrees with your hypothetical pro because she also passed the red dragon call. Just really not much value to be found there.
It's actually Daisongen. She just needs to believe.
This is the
Somebody's
last
been
red
watching
dragon.
stream.
Last red dragon in Fukushima's hand.
That's what Tip says. It's Daisongen. You gotta believe.
You gotta believe. I don't know whether I say it about Daisangen very much, but in general, you gotta believe. It's actually the motto of a number of children's shows when I was growing up. I mean, I understand why, but been hammered into my head. You gotta believe.
Yes, Adam. Yes, Adam, that's correct. 4 cons is limit. That's all you can get from the dead wall. It used to be with 4 cons you would actually do a redeal, but not anymore because people are too impatient in 2026 for redeals. It's okay in online clients because they just go and that's a redeal, but when you have to do it in real life, people are too impatient for that now.
Especially if you have to hand shuffle. That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Ooh, weird tempai. Missed the Dora completely on this one. But Tojyo doesn't need the points. She's not going to risk a Riichi, though.
Also, hi, Jane. All right, now the red dragon is called.
Yeah, that's the last red dragon.
The last red dragon, and also it's Pon to Tempai, so call it Ponten.
I mean, the first red dragon was also Ponten, but it was earlier in the hand, and Negishi was hoping she could get more value.
Yeah, you do want to reach as much as possible with these rules, especially when you're behind, because there's so much value in reach.
I think she took the open-ended wait, though, so she's not waiting on green. Yeah, she's not waiting on green dragon for the extra Han. Just 1 4-pin. She has a chance to get the Chanta, the half outside hand, if she can rotate her 6-pin to a 9-pin, though. Pulling on south. Big thought here. Not Tempai yet. Fukushima cuts 3-pin. There goes
Jenn dragon. No more Daisongen chances. Daisongen.
Big 3 gens.
That would be a Yakuman. What a Yakuman that would be. Imagine having 3 gens.
You'll need to find 2 namesake friends.
It is so easy to find 2 other gens who are my age. Just go to my 4th grade class, and there you go, 3 of them.
Oh, there you go. That sounds like it was an experience that stuck with you for the rest of your life. I
mean, it was a constant experience for my entire life.
I think my parents hit the sweet spot as Negishi hits her weight. My name is just popular enough that people don't have too much trouble pronouncing it, but rare enough that I only ever had one class where there was another Jeremy in it. Only ever one other class.
You had to say Jeremy L and Jeremy S. I was Jennifer B.
The queen
But
bee.
there was one Well, one was Jenny, so
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. To help differentiate.
all right. Some slow hands again in Negishi's second turn. Is that third turn at dealer? Second or third. Continued turn at dealer. Looks like the fastest hand might be Fukushima's. It looks like
Yeah.
it helps Fukushima with efficiency, but actually not in Shanten terms.
It's looked like that a lot of times this game. I just feel like I don't even want to say it again because I feel like I'm a repeating record player. Is that even a worthwhile reference anymore? I feel like it is. I feel like people know
What?
what a record player is because they're like
Yes.
vintage now. Vintage cool, even if you didn't grow up with one.
I dream about a record player last night. That's weird. Four
That is
Eduardo,
weird.
Eduardos. Four Eduardos in my class. That's Brazil for you. I Edward isn't quite as popular. It's a little bit more old-fashioned in America, but
True.
I do feel like you hear Eduardo a lot in Spanish and Portuguese communities more
They really go by Ed most of the time.
in America. Or
Well,
in English-speaking America.
in
Sorry.
Canada, yeah.
Yeah. I have a cousin Ed.
I mean, some people are literally just named Ed though. Like their parents named them Ed, or they change their name to Ed.
Changed it?
Just straight
That's a
up.
lot of effort to just shorten it.
Well, it's showbiz, baby.
What?
That's show. You need a stage name, right?
You don't usually change your name officially to your stage name, though.
Sometimes.
And Fukushima-san still is the fastest, but still not Tenpai. Super duper slow. Just gotta lock in the open-ended. Nope. Gonna lock in the pair.
You ever heard the story we almost didn't have a Keanu Reeves?
No.
His agent said that his Keanu was too weird of a name and it wouldn't catch on. Wanted
Yeah,
him
they
to
do
take
that.
a new stage name.
They're always wrong. You hear that story quite a bit from people.
I feel like
And it
it's a
doesn't
bit of
make
survivor bias.
Like, it doesn't seem to make any difference because you have both examples, right? The people who are told that they should change their name, and then the people who actually did change their name, and I don't see much difference between the two.
I feel like for something like Keanu, it's pretty short. But there's a lot of especially like names that come from Hindi or Urdu, a lot of the Indian languages around they're like 5 or 6 very difficult syllables for English speakers to pronounce, as well as like a lot of the Chinese and Japanese names that just have syllables that aren't in English when they come over. I think for those it's a little more like it makes a little more sense because sometimes people just aren't going to be able to remember pronounce your name, period, if you're trying to get into showbiz.
Japanese first names are pretty simple, but I mean, a lot of people just have English names anyway,
Right.
especially Chinese. But I don't know. Do you think Norma Jean? That's pretty easy to remember, but she made it weirder with Marilyn Monroe.
Maybe that's the opposite problem, right? Maybe it's too normal. Maybe it's too boring. Here comes Dora.
That's what I should have done. I should have made myself a more interesting name, and then I could have actually been famous. Jen Bar.
All right.
Just sounds like someone who is in your 4th grade class.
Did you have an idea? Did you have one like cooking up in the back of your mind that
I
you're
always thought a
willing to
name like
share?
yeah, I always thought a name like Jade would be really cool, or like anything besides
Oh,
Jennifer would be cool.
oh, I see.
And then I ended up with I think a relative, like a cousin named something like that. So maybe I was inspiration. I have no idea. I gotta legally change it to mahjongjen. Okay.
So Tojo catching that 2-pin for the win in South 2. Continuing on her journey, succeeding on her quest to get hands as long as they're safe and push the game along to its conclusion. South 3 only 2 more dealer rounds here. Whereas 2 dealer rounds could be 2 hands or it could be 10 hands, depending on how lucky Fukushima and Tsukada get here.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but generally when people in Japan choose stage names, they go to a fortune teller and pay lots of money, and generally their agency forces them to do that. It's possible that it wasn't for a tournament, that it might have just been for a
Dang,
to
the
for a
agency
mahjong.
sends you to the fortune teller. And then
And the agency doesn't pay for it either. They make you pay for it.
wow, do they read your
That's for
palm?
like no, this is well, I mean they might be able to, but not in this session at least. That's just to choose a name. We hear a lot of like Gravia artists and or Gravia models and idols and stuff. They do that. They go to a fortune teller to get their stage name.
I suppose that's one way of leaving it to the fates.
It looks like he did that. He went to the fortune teller in 1991, and then he won a tournament in 1992. But yeah, for what was that Pro Grand Prix?
Oh, this is Tenpai. Oh, this is a sneaky Tenpai for Fukushima. She's gonna reach it. One side is Tanya, the other side is Riichi only. Dora being south, no help to her in this hand. But this, I think, is the earliest Tenpai she's gotten, despite all of her Riichis. So surely one of them can work out, right? Tojo actually Tenpai, as I say that, looking to shut down Fukushima once again.
She chooses the middle way instead of the I guess because maybe it's safer, but Fukushima will get a win and have another turn of dealer.
I think this is Ipatsu. It's a little more points. Just a little bit. But no Uradora.
Yeah, Mortis, I imagine they get I don't know if they get a kickback or not, but it's part of the whole like Keanu is too weird thing. They're like you need a name that stands out or you need a name that's auspicious. So they make them go do that. And also I guess they like it when people don't use their like real names, but Heidi wants to go get one for the last name for Heidi. The problem is that they might decide that Heidi is not the best name for you, so you have to be careful with that. Because Heidi is surely the best name for you. So if they say it's not, you can't listen to them.
South 3 continues. Fukushima looking to be in slightly better shape after getting 2,000 from all the other players.
Dude says, I'm John Yakuman. You're Eduardo Yakuman. Come on now.
I feel like that's racial profiling.
But he said that there were 4 in his class.
But he's changing his name.
Okay, but it would be racial profiling if I said Juan. I said Eduardo because there's a callback to his joke or his comments.
South
I don't know.
Phone.
We have 2 Brazilians in the chat. Ask them if they're offended.
This is double South for Skada.
Yeah, I know. I think I mean you can go, but I think if they say that ID is not good, then you should ignore them. And if they say ID is good, then you should take whatever last name they give you. I know you didn't say you were called Eduardo, but I was just making a callback to your comment. Eduardo's a very Brazilian name, so it's not offensive. It might be, and also there's lots of different ethnicities in Brazil, so it's not racial. It might be like country profiling, but not racial profiling. You are called Eduardo though. See, I was just correct.
2, 3, 4 mon here. Tsukada trying to stop Fukushima. Same with Tojyo. Looks like this might be the end of the road for Fukushima's dealer turn.
That's a nickname for Eduardo. Okay, awesome.
Big Tenpai. Tojyo Denpai.
We learned so much on this stream.
That is a deep cut there. That's some local lingo. A lot of pairs and triplets, even though there are still a number of sequences in these hands. Fukushima has huge value here. It just looks a little bit too slow with 2 players Tenpai.
Yeah, 2 Dora, you don't want to give this up.
Yeah, nobody's even Riichi'd, so it's hard to tell if they're even Tenpai or not, or if it's just they're blowing hot air. But Fukushima's going to play a little safe. Taking as much risk as she has to, but no more.
I know we've triggered the Brazilians to speak Portuguese now.
One, two, three, four. Out goes 1 pin. I don't think Fukushima's going to be getting this 3rd copy of the Dora, so it's probably gonna have to settle in as a pair of 9 pin. Still no winning tile for Tojyo. She is pushing though. Pair 5 here for Negishi. Fukushima just cuts the 2 so. And Tsukada is 1 away right now. Oh, she's done it. She's done it. Waiting on Tumon. Oh, there's an extra Tumon. Oh, there it is. The Tumon. Fukushima's dealership stays alive. That's a brutal hit for Tsukada. At least
but massive for Fukushima trying to make a comeback here for her team.
Yeah, at least the chi prevented it from being Ipatsu, but still. 7,700 plus 1 home, but that's 8K. Now it's a close game, but between 3 of our 4 players.
Right, I mean, it's not over yet. EQ has a big lead, but anything can happen in Mahjong.
Yeah, less than a Mangan away. Less than a dealer Mangan, rather, for Fukushima. Even Mangan Sumo here for Negishi puts her in 1st place as well.
Excuse me.
And, of course, even though Tsukada's in last right now, she is the one with a dealer turn remaining. Still anybody's game here in South 3. Game number 2 of this 3-game series. Top team makes it out. 2nd place teams have to fight it out 1 more game. 3rd and 4th. See you next year, hopefully.
Yeah.
This is interesting. It's a 6 block shape. Actually cuts the 7 pin. That's the block. that she doesn't like. The block Tsukada didn't like.
Okay, I just read it's time to alienate the commentators. This is 2026, you guys. I know how to pre-paste.
Whoa, con opportunity. This is a weird one. Feels like you could do it just to see another tile. And that is what Negishi's gonna do. 6-mon is the new Dora. It's kind of cool. But not actually in Negishi's hand. She could use it though.
Hello, Cloud. Welcome, welcome. Scott hand very wide and efficient right now.
Triplet of Dora.
Ooh.
Fukushima. She's been
Dora, and also it's a Yaku. So.
Yes. She's been looking good all game, but it's only been on her South 3 that the hands have actually been finishing and winning. She could really use this one to completely turn the tables.
She can call anything to get to Tenpai.
Yes. I'll make it easy for her. Yeah. Will it be enough? That's the big question. Well, it looks like Tojyo is going to be held up by her copy of the Dora, so that's going to give Fukushima a lot of room here.
Alright, how is she gonna play this? Because now she has the unfortunate side 3-mon wait where she's already using one of them. But she can pawn the 1 and the 2-mon to kind of make better shapes. Nice fill-in for Tojyo.
But still, what will she do with the Dora?
Is that 2-con? Is she gonna pawn it, like I said? I think she said pawn. She must have said pawn because they went to her hand. She's deciding.
Big think.
What?
No, it's a chi.
Oh, wait. Oh, chi. Sorry, that was. I just saw the 2-mon come out. I missed the
Chi
4-pin.
Tenpai.
They skipped the 4-pin. I don't know. Maybe I just was slow watching.
Oh, another chi. That
Chi
one
from Tojyo.
I think is it Tenpai? Yeah, she risked Dora. She actually threw it out, and the con was not called. Interesting that she didn't call con. Looking for
She doesn't want to
show
her
her
hand.
power, her Dora power. But the chance for a Baimon is there, and of course this is cumulative. Her team is in last place before it started.
Take it first. So just the top now and 1 Condora.
That is a tough break for Fukushima there. But a big risk from Tojyo. He's holding back a smirk there, realizing that her Dora risk paid off. Very dangerous move. But it worked out. So she's happy about that. Her team currently over 100 points now. But we still have a hand to play. That hand belongs to Tsukada, currently 4th place in the game. She's going to be looking for a big turnaround, and this hand ain't bad. Not a bad hand at all. Pair of West wins here.
Not Scottish seat wind. Obviously not the round win because we don't get to West in these live West round, best round. I don't know what who decided that we're never going to go to West in live games. So this is a Kokushi brewing for Fukushima.
That would put her in a pretty good lock, her team in a pretty good lock for second place, I think, even going into the third game. If she could hit it. Not quite enough to get first in the overall standings. It would be enough for first place in the game, though, obviously.
If she can get a direct hit, it might be enough.
Oh, that's true. You can always direct hit. Kokushi is one of the ones that direct hit is a little more likely than other Yakuman.
Is that 2-away or 3-away? That's really.
I think it's 3-away for the Kokushi. I think it's.
Does she have 2 pairs? This is the white dragon just paired up, but I think she only had 2 inside tiles. I'm gonna see it again right here.
There's 3 inside tiles.
3
Replaces
inside
one.
tiles. All right, so she's kind of hedging a flush as well. Nah. Fukushima Haneman direct hit incoming.
Oh, I mean that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. What's the play?
Yeah.
Big decision. There it goes.
Yeah, you gotta hedge it. I mean, if your hand is so bad and you're not expecting to win anyway, then you may as well go for something big like Kokushi, and then it's easy to give up on, and it's something that you likely weren't going to win anyway.
Yeah, it would be a pretty big surprise if she actually makes it to the end with this half flush. But it looks to be 4 away now? Maybe 3 away from Tenpai. 3 or 4 away. Still Tojyo approaching fast. Negishi as well. And Tsukada only 2 away in the dealer seat. Of course, if Tsukada wins, we have a redeal. We have another hand. Oh, all in on pairs for Negishi. All in on pairs. 1 away now for Tojyo. Can go 2 different ways. Both of them with Yaku without Riichi. She's going to go Tanya line. The all simples line. Maybe Pinfu as well. Pair of East. Now 2 away. This could actually
Yeah, that
be,
really came together.
yeah, a bit of a miracle for Fukushima. Oh, but
What?
Tojyo Tenpai first.
Yeah, and a really nice sneaky Tenpai. Tanya Pinfu just needs to hit that open-ended to win.
4-7. 4-7, so. Or 5-mon and 8-mon. Safe enough. Yeah, Tojyo's gonna risk it. Roll! There it is. Tsukada, unfortunately, not able to get anything going on her dealer turn. Tojyo takes the victory.
Second place for Fukushima. What a comeback. Also, and puts her team in a much better position to I mean, now it's second place, right? For her team.
Right.
That's a huge. That's actually a second place for the team, and second place still has a good shot at making the playoffs in the end.
Yeah, -25, not usually what you'd consider to be a second place score. I don't think second place in that group is going to be winning any wild card races. But all of them are still going to have a shot in the last chance table. The second place last chance table. The ones that don't make
And
the wild
half of
card.
those move on, so that's pretty massive. Massive.
Yeah.
Second chance.
Just like our viewers have a second chance to get early bird tickets to the M League and World Riichi US Tour 2026. Early bird deadline has been extended. Prices are still the same. Las Vegas 26th to the 28th. Tenhan-chan tournament. Tenhan-chan with 6 M League pros. Mr. Moriyama, the president himself. Of course, Jenn is there. Ryoi Hirano, if anyone has been around in the Riichi community.
He was in New York for 3 years.
That's right.
Playing with Ichinomi a lot. Now he's coming for WRC. Also, Yumi Uotani, who was on our Team WRC for this Sankei Shimbun Cup this past season. And Hiroshi Yamai, who is, of course, the first ever world champion in Paris. And also,
speaking of New Yorkers,
streamer, because he's really big on Twitch as well.
Right.
Yusong. Yeah,
Mahjong's...
big, not just Mahjong, but variety streamer. But also a huge Mahjong YouTube channel. And he's going to be there.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, I think it's a rare opportunity to meet Yusong as well, as it is to meet all these M-Leaguers. I mean, you don't see this many M-Leaguers in one spot ever. I never saw 6 before. Maybe 4, maybe 5, but 6? Damn.
Yeah, only 4 of them show up to every game they play, right?
Yeah, only 4 show up. Each team only has 4, so even if they have a team gathering, it's only 4. When they do their tours in Japan, it's only 4. And sometimes you'll get a surprise visit on one of the stops, but not all the stops. And then I will be there emceeing with Sayaka, my podcast co-host. And it's going to be amazing.
That's right. And so to give Jenn some time to break and prepare her MC for the US tour, we are going to be switching to game number 3 here with Korak from the World Riichi Pro Mahjong.
So a lot of World Reach pros. Yeah. A lot of World Reach pros also coming to Vegas. How about Korak?
I bought my ticket. I have not bought my plane ticket, but I got my leave approved, so I'm not going to say yes, but I'm going to say very, very likely.
All right.
Ooh, exciting, exciting. Another pro in the building.
I'm going to say yes, like yes. Like that. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye, Jenn. Welcome, Korak, to game number 3.
All right, let's go ahead and see the players.
This is the big decider to see who moves on and who's going to have to play at the last chance table and who we're going to have to say goodbye to. Mei Takashima, our first dealer for Mei's Bar. A fan favorite and veteran. The sponsor of her own team there. Her own bar sponsors her own team. Pretty rare for these teams. In the south seat, we've got Misaato Kura for the Kame, the Turtle Squad. In the west seat, we have Mayu Sugano for Team Metajan. And in the north seat, we've got Arisa Nakano for Jansaku TV. So very much Mahjong related sponsors on this one. Mei's Bar. I wonder if she has a Mahjong table there. I feel like she does. I think that's part of the allure.
I think you'd almost have to with this situation. I do note, of course, it's May, and we spell it M-E-I, but you see the logo, May, M-A-Y.
Yes. She, at least for her globalization, for her advertisement, she uses M-A-Y. As we get into game number 3 to see who will make it through.
All right, well, we're here in the last game, and ooh, it looks like the hand's already here. Nice little Pinzu shape. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 8, 8. Monzo, that's really good. Is that just Ishunten? I saw 1, 2, 3 in there as well. Speaking of 1, 2, 3, possible Sanshugu here. But even Junshunt, you just go with 6-pin, goes to the 7, so not necessarily the same idea, but keeping it an option. 2-mon pair up, decent hand, just not compared to some of these others. It's a really pretty good hand there as well. 7, That is Ishunten. Head now confirmed with the 7. So that is Kutsuki, or double floater. 9-pin being held here. Definitely going toward Junchun or Chanta. 3 on an excellent draw, moving that towards Ipeiko Tanyao.
Yeah, these hands are all
Switching out
looking
Beyonder.
pretty
Oh, what
solid.
about just Tempai turn 3?
Can't hate
That is a
that.
5-pin, 8-pin, 7-mon weight.
I wonder if the Dora is going to come into play, because a lot of these players have single copies of Dora, and they gotta be really scared now that the dealer's done Riichi.
Well, there's not much you can do about it. The question is, how do you fold against a turn 3 Riichi?
Yeah, looks like a lot of players
Always
using
oh.
6 though.
9 goes back, but of course was already safe. Had cleared it the previous turn. Oh, never mind. I'll just sumo it myself. Read sumo. No aura, so not a huge hand, but it'll be 1,000 all as Takashima picks up the early win here.
Yep, that's not bad. She's gonna need more than that for Mei's Bar to make this comeback, but every comeback starts with a single step. Remember,
Well, you see here would be if the scores were to end here, the team would end at minus 28.2. Still in 4th, but barely. 3rd place overtaking Sugano would be 1,000 away, but we have a little bit of work to do because just getting 3rd isn't the goal here.
yes, welcome back to game number 3. We've seen a different group each time. Takashima here really trying to hold on. Currently won the first hand, is in the lead this game, but he's going to need more than that to bring Mei's Bar into at least 2nd place. If she gets 2nd place, she'll have a shot. And 1st place is difficult, but not impossible.
We'll have to get on a pretty big run here. 5
Right.
goes out, completes the 3-4-5 in Pinzu. Now we have an awkward situation here in this East Doras because stuck in a couple hands here. You don't ever want to clear it, but at the same time, if your hand's good enough, you just have to. So it's always a balance of when do I discard it? Oh, 6, an amazing pull. The problem is hands is 2 pairs. Gonna go with the 5 here. We'll keep both pairs, the 3-mon pair and the 8-so pair. Speaking of extra pairs, 4 here, cut from the bench on. The 1-mon goes out. 5 extends the shape here. 5, 6, 7, 8 in Kinzu. 6 pin. Well, Sanshoku's an option now. Not sure what the pair should be. Maybe the Dora. And 8. That is not Tempai. We'll have to cut one of the pairs. Goes to the 3-mon.
That's
2
not bad.
being held temporarily. 2 pin. When I have a 2, 4, 6, it's not the great draw here. I kind of like just 6-mon because I want to keep the Itsu, but it said throws the 2 back, says I want the Sanshoku. Not really considering anything else. 2 pin. Now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So definitely Itsu upgrades in there.
One
4
woman's trash.
Anko now.
Another woman's treasure.
Oh, there's a 5.
She hits it.
And yeah, out goes the 6.
Yeah, it all worked out. Didn't need that 2-pin after all.
9. Oh, you have to just got one of those. Yeah,
This
the
is
offsuit. Now you have
huge.
possible Itsu. Goes to the 3-so. 2-so coming out pretty soon. Speaking of 3-so, another one goes out. Haku drawn here. Back it goes. 7-mon. Oh, well. Out goes the 1. Doritanki is the plan. Probably Doritanki with Sanshoku.
Yeah, not looking
Maybe
for the
Itsu there,
straight.
depending on the draw. But having cut the 1 seems unlikely to go Itsu. Pay, I think it's just 2-mon. Yeah, hold the safe towel for now. If either pair up, you just go ahead and take the Riichi. Haku is not it, but a much better safe towel than a 2-so, which will go out now.
Yeah, I
7,
wonder.
all 4 7-so.
I wonder if she can take the Riichi and discard the Dora at this point, because East is very isolated.
Oh no, the wrong one. The backfire of the Itsu. Cut
can-
the 1, 2, draws the 3, and says, okay, fine. We'll hold the wider acceptance.
Yeah, you could see it in her eyes, in her mouth as well, in her whole face.
Ooh,
Like,
decision
damn it.
point. Might be the Dora time. No, goes to the 5. 2-pin goes back. Doesn't really help. 7 mon. That doesn't help at all. I kind of just want to throw it back. Goes to the 3 instead. 5 mon doesn't do anything. Shaw goes back. 6 allows us to go Tanya Sanjuku now, but we'll have to find a pair somewhere.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent. This feels like it should be an explosive hand, but no one is drawing Tempai. We're on
We have
edge
a bunch
here.
of just very greedy hands, but one really big backfire at the Itsu. And the rest of these are just, please give me my Sanshugu. And the wall says no. Tuso is not it. Still Ishanten.
Yeah, the copies of East Dora are slowing all of our players down with their Dora-y goodness.
3 pins. Sanshugu looking a little bit better, but actually Ishanten for regular Tanyao. Hatsu isn't it. South goes back. West, well, you know that one's safe. 1 pin. Could just cut the 6 so here. Kind of surprised it didn't go out. Oh, that is Tempai, 3-sided with Itsu on the 1 pin. 147 pin weight. Riichi Pinfu, possible Itsu.
We have
1
a
pin is the
1 pin
floating
sitting
tile in this
here.
hand. But I don't think you're going to throw into this. No, it goes with the 8. If the hand were closer, you'd be very scared, but that hand is bad.
Right.
Not at this point in the hand, anyway.
A
And
lot of
probably
tough
here, you go
decisions.
7 mon. The 3 pin is not a good tile here. Does go with the 7. Get the 6. That's now the 3 will feel safe.
Yeah, Sugano here holding.
Oh, that would have been Tempai if the 8 had not been cut last turn. But yeah, just hard folding now.
I
3
mean,
so that's not it. Back it goes.
6 pin being safe is going to be pretty useful.
Dora pops out. It will clear a whole bunch of hands now.
The dam has been broken.
Most importantly here, oh, the backfire on the 7.
Yeah, there's a lot of Furiten.
Wouldn't have been Sanshuku here, but still, that is unfortunate.
The 6 pin is still safe, so Mei can still at least attempt Tempai pretty safely. If she draws the tile she needs.
Well, decision here. Do you ever just throw the 7? Do you ever get really greedy and just con? 6
I don't think
given the Kabe off.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough tiles left for that in the wall. Unless you're trying to steal someone's draw. You'd have to count it out.
Well, that'd be it. That'd be considered
There's the Dora Tanki.
Yeah, backfire after backfire.
Oh no.
And then they see it. Yeah, by not conning did give the last draw to the Riichi. That was what I was thinking of blocking.
Right.
But Kura will pick up a net of 2,000 points, losing the stick to the pot, of course. 2 hombo, 1 stick in the middle, and Kura is in second place as dealer here.
Here we go. East number 2. A reasonable side pot up for grabs, as you mentioned. And a reasonable hand for our first dealer here.
Okay, the 6 mod helps. Otherwise, it was pure Kanchan hell. Now it's mostly Kanchan hell.
Yeah, it does have a Dora too, so the Dora this time.
I like this hand a lot better. Just call
That's
the
true.
Haku and not worry about it. You have value with the Dora as well. Possibly even a 1-2-3 Sanchuku eventually. 5 pin fits in with the 4-4, 5, 6, 8 now. South goes back. Kind of a Pinfu hand, but we're a little slow. 1 so not ideal, but it does improve the hand. Not even going to consider it, though. I feel it's one where you just stare at it and go, nope, not even going to think about it. Back it goes. 1 mon doesn't help. Pay, okay, rewarded for throwing the 1 so. Now goes the 5. 6 allows a shift from the 7-9 to the 7-6. 5 Mon connects with the 6 here. Can move this hand a little bit forward. 8's it. Well, okay, now we're officially in Kanchan hell again.
We
2, 4, 6, 8, and then a 1, 3, and what, a 7, 9 in the other suit? Yeah.
Yeah, Sugano really looking good, but still hasn't found her calling tile yet.
4 Mon. Okay, that's a good draw. Possible 2, 4
Very nice.
Sanshugu in there as well. Speaking of 4 Mon, fills in very nicely. Ishanten. 3 pins a great fill as well. Completes the 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. 6 pin. Well, there's your Bactriancon. Out goes the 8.
A little
9 Mon
forward
is a
and back
bit,
there.
still Ishanten. 5's a great fill. Ishanten here. Kutsuki. 8 so goes out.
Yeah, maybe
Dora pair. Do we just go pay? I know we have to, don't we? Yes, we do. East isn't it? Goes back. Chun. Nope. Hand's too good. You can't really cut the 8 pin here. Ooh, that's better, but still needs work. Has this 1 so floater and the East floater. 5's a great fill. That is now Ishan 10 for possible Tanyao Sanshuku Dora 2.
That could be big. Could be the big break.
Haku. Held back for now. That is Tempai. Will Dama here. It says Tanyao Dora 2.
No Riichi, as you mentioned. Maybe looking for Pinfu on top of it.
Pinfu, Sanchuku shifts. There are a lot of options. Nope. If you get a 4 Mon, then you could just take it. If you get the 1, I think you can also take it there. You'd lose Tanya if you give up Sanchuku. They should just be 8 pin.
I could see it.
It is.
But 8 pin gets you these long waits, although a lot of them.
Yeah, but
not
if you were
guaranteed
Furiton
Tanya.
with that 1 pin, I'm not thrilled with it either.
Yeah.
5 so goes back, and that is the deal in tile. 3 Han, 40 Fu. Kura will gladly pick that up, and of course the Honba and the Riichi stick, so a very nice win here.
Yeah, pretty big hand for
7,700 to Honba and the stick, so 9,300 total, and a hit on Sugano, dropping Sugano into a deep 4th now. More importantly, Kura now in excellent position. Her team would get that spot in first place if things were to end here. You can see the number in yellow is the important one. That is the if the game were to end here score.
Yeah.
Look at this. Looks like Pinfuan, maybe some sort of Itsu in Sozu, but not ideal. Never mind. Throws the 2, so not even going to consider it. 1 Mon, possible 2, 3, 4 Sanshuku in there. 2 pin. Ugh. It is a Chun pair and a lot of tiles.
Tune and a lot of tiles. Tune and figure the rest out after.
Yeah, that is when I look at heads like that. It actually did have a completed shape as well, but I'm not thrilled with that hand.
Yeah, I mean,
when I see a 1, 2, 4, 6 shape, my eyes just start glazing over.
At least you can open call for it if you have your
right,
reds.
and that's the advantage.
Yeah.
You have a Yakuhai, your hand doesn't need to be as good. We'll see if the call happens, and it does.
There it is. First
Probably
call.
the 1 pin. Yeah, you keep the 3 so floater. There are a lot of good options with it. 3, 4, 5 there in the Pinzu. Haku, are we going to see that taken? Nope. 9 possible Itsu upgrades. Also keeping 2, 3, 4 Sanshuku as a backup plan.
Yeah, for most players, this hand a lot faster than the previous hand.
Shaw Anko. Well, I mean, Son Anko was not my plan for this hand, but if I keep drawing like that, then maybe. Ooh, do we give up on Itsu or do we throw it back?
I was
Cuts
looking
the
at
9.
the inside.
There's a Tanya route now.
I think that's what it is.
8, so connects the 2 6s, but not ideal. 8 pin, well, go 6 came out last turn. It's not like the 8's gonna help. Speaking of 8 pin being useless, 2 in a row. Now the 7 shows a great draw. This hand doesn't have a pair though. 6 mon goes out. Nope, that's not it. 6 pin, nope. 1 so, nope.
Nope.
And I feel we're getting to that part of the hand where everyone's hand just gets bricked all of a sudden. And yeah, there's another one.
Yeah, we'll
no
see.
one is getting any upgrades. And even the 3, so not even going to consider it. Throws it back.
With the
Tatsu's
mahjong
a
tiles,
bank.
it's kind of like actually drawing the cornerstone. You need the cornerstone to fill in your jigsaw puzzle or hold your wall up so you can win.
It's like, I know where this goes, but I have to get it first.
Exactly.
One pin goes back. 9 mon goes back. Okay, 8 so is an actual upgrade. That moves us into Ishanten.
And it
We'll
keeps
cut
the
9
extra
mon
9 so.
interestingly. 4 so goes back. So, of course, we're hesitating that because it's a very inefficient cut. Oh, Khan? Now you have to, don't you? No. Gonna hold it and Khan on Riichi turn. Still Ishanten with that potential on Khan. That is not Tempai either because you're looking for a pair. Could just pull in the 6 or the 7. 3 pin useless, but shifts back down and shifted up with a 3 pin discard earlier. 7, possibly Peiko upgrade if you cut the 3, but really wants the door and the Sanchoku. So I imagine it's 8 mon. Goes to the 6 instead. Doesn't really want to accept the 9. I guess that makes sense with potential Furitin in there. Well, which Tonki do you want? Waiting on 3 mon Tonki.
Yeah, they're both close to the Dora, so neither of them really that good. Maybe he actually
you're
doesn't
looking to
want
swap out
either
to
of them.
basically anything is better than that 3.
I wonder if the West is even going to get conned at
5,
this point.
okay, that is not Tempai either.
Oh, it
but
is.
it's
Just
very
cut 8
wide.
mon? Yeah, here it is.
Oh, yeah, it is. You're right. There it is. Yeah. Let's use the 4 as the pair.
That's right.
He goes and takes the reach here. Oh, Doritonki.
Ooh, here we
You
go.
have to,
Big
don't
battle.
you?
Big battle. It just got exciting real fast. Oh!
There's another Tempai 6-0 Ton Shumpon.
Everything comes out of the wood.
And another Tempai.
With a con opportunity.
Con.
No, it's discarded.
No.
Not even
Dama.
reach. Not even reach.
Dora out
Dora.
goes the Doritonki.
Oh my god. What just happened? It's like they saved all of the suspense for that one hand.
I feel the wall was playing for the TV more than the players
That's
were.
true.
Because there's no way it doesn't end up exciting when that happens.
Oh my goodness. The con did not happen. Maybe it would have been a winning con. Maybe not. Just too many dangerous tiles. Basically, you can tell 2 players are in Riichi at that point. The 3rd player looks Tempai, and they were. It was all just too much.
Value control is if you're in a good position, you don't need to con.
That's true.
There's a very nice starting hand. Possible 5, 6, 7 Sanchoku. Coupley Peiko options. This is a Pinfu Tanyo hand. Has a bunch of honors to get rid of, but the underlying floaters are pretty good. And then there's this, which there is 1 con shot in that hand.
Yeah,
that's it.
Looks like
that is a genuinely abysmal hand.
Looks like she's
That's
going
when you
for...
take one look and start. You take a glance at it and say, okay, how many Kokushi tiles I have? Please be at least 9. Please be at least 9. Please be at least 9.
Right.
There are not aborts here, but you could at least consider a Kokushi from that level. And going to hedge the Honitsu as well. You see there with the 2 so and the 8 pin discards. 1 so potential upgrade here, but it's not a great one. You don't ever want to throw the door. Yeah, I like this. I think you have to go 1 3 so or 1 3 mon.
Right.
Both roughly equivalent, of course.
Where do we go from
6
here?
pin. Ugh. Shoot. Yeah, that hand's just going nowhere slowly. 3 so. Okay, now that works. You have Sanjuku Shunten. You can just cut maybe 6-mon here. Could go 1-3, but that's really greedy. I don't think you ever cut Dora. I'd go 6-mon. And will. One pin goes back. 4. Okay, there's your 4, 5, 6. Can cut one of the honors. Goes to the east.
Not so bad.
8 pin goes back. Took one look at it. That's not what I want. 4 cuts to the 3 here. We'll go and cut the 9-mon. Chun. Nope. Already cut one earlier. 8 pin. Nope. Cut that last turn. Well, it's just
Dora.
1-3 now, isn't it? Yeah,
Triple
3 Dora,
Dora.
possible Sanjuku as well.
Yeah, all insides can even call. A lot of calling opportunity. Could be somewhere between Mangan and Baimon if she just close Riichi's it.
Three, 4, 5 Sanjuku now a viable option. Can cut one of the honors. South goes out. 9-mon is not it though. Gets the east, throws the east back. 7, well, that fills the first pension, but still has a bunch of floaters to get rid of. South, worthless, threw it last turn. 4, that's Tempai. This is not Sanjuku, this is Tanya Dora 3. Good weight. Could Dama, could Riichi. I think where Sugano is in the standings, I kind of like just go ahead and Riichi, but it's maybe even bigger greed.
Yeah,
It is
I
a
agree.
dealer Dama, so tons of value.
I
If
mean,
you can hit someone, but a direct doesn't really benefit her that much.
can she really move it to Sanchoku with all those Dora in hand?
I mean, draw another 7, so get a 4th Dora, that'd do it.
Yeah, you can switch the 7 with the 4. Just
Right.
don't
I feel
con
that's the
it.
most direct route,
Yeah.
but that's a level of greed even I have problems with.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just trying to increase her win rate and not reveal to everyone that she's Tenpai, but she does need a lot of points here.
The other part is you're really sad if you do sumo. Oh, no, it's not. You
That's
just have
not
to
gonna
throw
cut
this
it.
back.
You can throw 3 so instead if you
I
want.
say, can you cut
She's
the
gonna
3?
do
Okay,
it.
this is gonna be the plan.
No, this is actually
I
a pretty
think it was
wide weight.
okay.
I think.
Yeah, well, it's the 5/8 Kinzu. It's
Yeah,
the same weight as before.
same weight.
But Riichi, Tanya, Dora 3. I feel that was a fishing around for an easy win. If it doesn't come out, fine. I'll slam it on the next card, Gary, I guess.
Right. Like a dealer Baimon would be huge here.
Beat Sumo, Tanya, Dora 3. I mean, Patsu or a couple Ura, maybe?
Yeah.
Misses
I guess,
Patsu,
yeah, the
use a couple
Sanchoku is
Ura.
not there, so that's...
Yeah, Sanjuku's out now.
Puts a little damper on the Baimon chances, but they are still there.
Yeah, just need an Ura 2 or 3.
There was also a
Sanjuku.
kind of a Pinfu line with certain draws, but that didn't come
There
to
was,
be
but it
either.
didn't get there either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an oh, that's a bit sad, but
Close, but no cigar.
another pair up here could play this out towards Chitoitsu even. Trying to decide what's safe though. Goes the 9. Two pin doesn't fit at all. That goes the lower Bonzo already cleared the 1. 1 so isn't it. And just out of safe tiles. Nothing's good. Even the 9 was a semi-push. You'd feel better if someone else would have cut a 3-pin after the Riichi, but it didn't. It was only the Riichi player cut the 3-pin. Everything's bad. Goes to 4-mon.
And continues
Now
to
it's a
draw.
2-4 here, but this feels like a fold anyway.
Yeah, especially with dealer Riichi, this hand is pretty far from Tenpai.
No.
Here's another 2-mon.
On.
And another
Nope, not even
4-mon
gonna consider it.
discarded.
It turns out dealer Riichi is very powerful for scaring the table.
Yeah, there's still quite a few tiles left. About 15. A little less. Closer to 10 now.
Well, feels like just everyone's giving up here.
Yeah, it's all about
Another
sumo
Pinzu,
power
another
right now.
wrong one. Has hit a 2, a 3, and a 6. Needs a 5 or an 8. Ooh, this is scary because wants to throw the 9 so, but it's by Dora. I think you just have to suck it up and go 5-5 in Monzu. You can cut the 1 if you're really greedy, but I don't like it. Yeah, there it is. Goes the 5 on.
Ooh. It's a little late for a Yakuai pair. Yeah, I don't see that
Well,
getting
there's the
called.
Yakuai. This 5 would be safe, but not even going to bother with
Yeah,
it.
that was the last copy. But now they're safe tiles, so it's probably going to be used for that. Yep. Oh, so close
she
again.
thought she had it. That was the double clutches. I got it
Dang.
yet. Oh, never mind.
Dang.
And everyone sees Sugano did have all the Dora, 3 of them there, but it's worth just 3,000 from those Tempai payments. Loses the stick. 1 stick went home, but in the middle, Sugano has a long way to make up the points here. Of course, her team there, minus 53.5 in a deep third, would definitely like another big win here.
East 3. Sugano missing her massive opportunity there. Tough break,
Well,
but at least she
tried
gets
to
another
Dama for
shot.
some value. Tried for the value from the Dama, it just didn't come and said, fine, I'll go to Riichi it in the wall, said, I'm not giving it to you either. Well, this is a Pinfu Japan, but has so many bad honors to get rid of. Honestly, it goes with the 7. I mean, even thinking Honitsu with that cut. This is a Hatsu Anko, maybe a 6-minute San should go in there as well. Slow Pinfu hand. This is slow Pinfu hand.
Yeah, the
And
6,
2
7,
so
8.
might, yeah, definitely moving towards Honitsu.
The 6, 7, 8 looks like this could be very valuable, but also has the fast option of just calling quickly with different Yaku. Even a potential Yaku high from that 6, 7, 8 mix sequence or Sanchoku.
Out goes the west. 9 so pair up. Yeah, cuts the south. Might even start thinking Chiditsu. Holding the other pair just for the Chitoitsu. West is worthless. Chun goes out. 8 so, and I have a 7 8. Out goes the 1. Formon, decent floater, but the plan was Honitsu, so throwing it back.
Well,
7's a nice fill. 6 and 8
that
looking
is
very
huge.
good here.
That is
Potentially even
massive.
tone chonky with that Dora tone weight. 1 pin creates a pen shot, not the ideal draw. Bit of a pause here.
Indeed. Which tile will it be? Oh,
I think it's just the camera guy didn't move over.
right. It was a 6-0, it looks like.
Yes, 6-0. Hatsu goes out, not called. Well, we have Ishunten here with the 2-mon Anko now. Cuts from the Penchon 1 2-pin.
Chad is truly being world Riichi Mahjong. We're seeing worldly language represented.
That's also Brazilian in there, or Portuguese in there earlier, so. 9-mon doesn't do much. Not thrilled with that tile. Yeah, just throw the Chun instead.
Yeah, I wonder how much the Half-Life is coming through. Oh my goodness! Dora Tanki, we kind of saw this before in the previous.
Sanshoku, Hatsu, Dora 2.
Yeah, like This is exactly the hand that Mei's first dealer she kept backfiring on, discarding the wrong tiles. And now it's here with all of the Yaku in it. You got the green dragon, you got the mixed sequences, the Sanchoku, got the Dora pair. Just needs to finish it with an East here.
Oh, Chitoitsu. It's just Tempai. I think this should be a chase. Riichi the
Yes.
Forso.
Gonna be 2 players waiting on Dora. 2 players
And it
waiting on
is.
Dora Tangi. Ooh, that means Nakano has the head bump, but I don't think any of the other players are really going to discard East, so it's probably going to be a
If you're
sumo
throwing
war.
live Dora to these two Riichis, you deserve it to pay double roan. That's always been my opinion on a Tamahane.
But that is not the rules of this tournament. So Nakano has the advantage, but it's a very small one here. Because
Good to the Tanya now. Could potentially call it down. Tuso. No, not even gonna consider that. Threw it last turn. Not tempted by the 8-so. Speaking of the 8-so. Also has to consider what the rest of the discards are saying. I think with this one, I might just throw the 7 anyway.
Could see it. But this is just a really tough spot. Hard to defend against both of the Riichis. And you have a hand that looks good too. How goes 3-mon? Interesting. Where are these remaining Dora though?
Oh, there's one of them. You had to ask for it, didn't you?
There's one left in the wall. Is it this? No, that's a 3-so.
That may be the first time I hear a disappointed sound from Tips when a Thonzo is drawn.
Is just not the tile. You could have maybe swapped it if she hadn't reached it already. Swap 3-so for Dora Tanki. It would deal in this case though. Oh man.
6-so. Out goes the 8.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Or
It's still not Tempai though.
it's not Tempai still. Has just been very scared of the 7-so. It is the Dora Suji, or not the Dora Suji, the Riichi Suji. And so I'll just throw the 8-so because that's regular Suji here. 7 pin goes back.
One.
1-so. I mean, that's fine. I'm not scared of the 1. But just throws a 4 anyway. I don't think that was a like fold. That was just a pure. It's not worth it, even at Suji. If there were more draws left, I think that 1-so would have gotten pushed.
Yeah, I could see that. Is she going to try and maintain Tempai?
And yeah, it goes with next turn anyway, so it's fine.
Right.
2 pin, isn't it? Where is that Dora? There is one left.
Searching the wall for the last Dora.
Well, the wall has 1. The question is it alive or is it dead?
Ooh.
And the answer is it's dead. So we will have 2 players Tempai here. Nakano and Takashima will pick up 1,500, but of course both lose the Reach 6 into the middle, and the pot is quite juicy here with 2 Honba and 3 Riichi sticks, so 3,600 in the pot for any win.
Pretty solid one there. Solid pot now. East 4. This is both tense because it's the last game before elimination and also because of all the points in the middle. Sugano needs to turn this around for Team Metajon to have any hope. But
Ooh, I like this hand. What about just
wow.
Chiritsu?
Wow. Yeah,
Forget
maybe even
Honitsu. I'm
open
thinking
call.
Chiritsu when I see that hand.
Maybe
That's a pretty
even
good one as well.
open call
This
just
is
for
a
a
decent
Mangan.
one. Riichi, Pinfu, Dora, maybe some sort of 6 or 8 Sanshigu, and then
Comes a
there's this guy,
Tumon?
which is Kokushi or bust.
Yeah, Tumon came out early. Maybe the 8-mon will come out. And could get cheated, possibly.
South goes back. Haku. Okay, now you'd probably just go Honitsu. We're gonna
Right.
hold out on the Kokushi.
Another
Takes a little
5!
longer.
Another 5-mon!
I mean, you just start calling for the Chiritsu. I'm not thinking too hard. I see something I need to call. I'm probably just taking it at this point. Oh, 9-mon is going to move this towards the Kokushi play. A long way to go, but that's the type of hand that is desperately needed
Right.
from Sugano. Here on the 6 could go 7-9, but you have this 1-mon, which is kind of hard to get around. I'd still cut. Oh, the 9 so is tempting, but the 7's Dora, so a lot of options. Hatsu, okay, getting closer. 2 Shanten. 3 so pair up, not going to take it. Throws it back, still the 2-3-5. 2-2-3, not ideal. There's no pair here. This is just ugly. Cuts the 6-pin. Wow.
Whoa, another
That is a
pair.
pair up that doesn't actually advance the hand.
Yeah.
At least towards Kokushi. You could argue it moves it towards a regular hand.
I think the only other line now is 7 pairs. Too many of the middle pins have been discarded.
4 so's a knight pickup. 2-mon is not, though. Back it goes. So the problem is that pawn doesn't really look Kokushi. It looks Sozu Horitsu, which is fine because Sozu is the Dora suit. You want to look Horitsu in it.
Right.
Well, Hatsu pair up. Now it may just be Honroto. Nine so connects with the 8. So a Penchon waiting on Dora potentially.
Wonder if any
Hon
Hon will happen, or if it'll be Honroto 7 pairs.
6 pins a blank. Honroto Chitoitsu is the saddest hand in Mahjong. 6,400 is just really. This is what you jerks gave me.
That's all you got to reach.
Sankatsu no Mi being 2 Han, but that's the only other thing that's even close.
It's true, but that's all you got to
At
reach.
least there you're gonna get Fu or something.
It does feel like it's worth a lot, though.
Ooh, we are Ishanta now, very wide.
Yeah, we'll see if any calls are made here.
That is Tempai, Riichi, Dora 2, waiting 2-mon, 5-mon. Uh-oh!
Whoa!
The problem is this hand is so bad that you're just not going to get involved.
Yeah.
But if it moves a little bit forward towards that Kogushi, that 2 might get shoved. This hand in the other position, though, is just bad. You're just done here.
Wonder how many of them even notice.
It's just, yeah, one of those Yakuhai. If you get temping for Kokushi, you're pushing the 2 Adelia in every time.
Yeah, and we'll see if the
He
full
shunts in for
flush gets the
Kogushi.
Tempai either. Before it's all said and done.
Oh, the Dora.
Whew.
Tune pair up. That's not it.
There's actually a lot of dragon pairs, though, in the end. It could have been wild.
2 so goes out. That may be the end of this. Yeah, no more dreaming. Out goes the Haku. Four so isn't it? Tone pair up. That's Tempai. Possible Son
Oh.
Anko even. That is a shape.
What is the
What is
weight
that? Is
on
that
that one?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9? I want to say. Does it keep the 1 as well?
Oh, like a Tatsumaki type ish. The old tornado weight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Need a little more time to study it, I think.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna wait a second.
I mean, it's definitely 6'9", and I think that means it's 5'8" as well because it looks symmetrical.
Tone, isn't it?
I'm
5
not
pin, isn't it?
sure. I'm not sure if 7 actually wins.
Oh no, there are 4 5s in that hand, so it is a little different.
Yeah. Oh, is it not symmetrical? It's 4 5s and 3 9s.
Yeah, I just realized that, so I misread it.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it has 4 of them in there.
Yeah. So 6'9", maybe not 5'8" then. Obviously, there's no more 5s to win with.
I think that, yeah, it might be an 8, but yeah, it doesn't matter. It's worth Tenpai points and nothing else.
Oof. Could
Nakano
not
and
get all the
Kura
way
will
through.
pick. Yeah, 3 players here. Nakano, Takashima, and Kura will pick up 1,000 points. Feels really set on that Riichi with the good weight, good value to get a net of 0.
The bonus pot continues to grow though. This is getting pretty
4,
scary.
6, 3, Homba, 5,200. That's a good hand by itself. And that's just the
Yep,
bonus points.
it's true. Little hand stumbling as we start off East 4. I was talking with Jenn earlier. She said even when she was playing on the TV table at the PML Invitational, she would discard her first tile as the dealer before completely sorting her hand. I was mentioning that it looks like when there's so much on the line here, these players are sorting their hand first. Don't want to let anything through.
Ooh, 5 pin. That is Ishan 10.
It's super solid, so fast. That got the Dora 6-pin as well. Can't ask for much better than that.
Yeah, you can even get the 4 and there would be the ideal draw. 4, 7 would be Shumpol. Basically, it's almost any middle Pinzu. 3, 4, 7, 8. 8 so not going to help. 6 so. I don't really like throwing that 6 back. I think we just go to the Chun. I'm not thrilled with that Shumpol as my final weight. I'm looking for some sort of upgrade. 5 so Onko. Son Onko Ishan 10.
Uncle always feels like it's you'll get it if it comes, but it's only like a roan if you have Suanko and then you roan someone instead of sumoing. Ooh, doesn't
Well,
even
yeah, I
want.
feel that's probably the most common Son Onko is when you just have the Yakuman and have to take a road on
Right.
someone. That's like, yeah, what a Son Onko Todd, yeah, I'm mildly abused. As opposed to Suanko! West pair up. Ooh, what do you cut here? It's kind of an interesting decision. Yeah, I like the 8. 6 so. That's now Ishanten. 9 pin. Technically an upgrade if you can get the 8, but that'd be a really sad tempai. Out goes the 7. Going to just call this down for Tanya only.
Well, there are a lot of bonus points. You can see all the sticks are
it's
there.
worth a lot. 1,000 all of a sudden is 6,200. That's a bit of a difference.
Yeah, a lot of the tables, even though the automatic table comes with Honba indicators, a lot of the pro leagues will even put the 100-point sticks out, even though it technically throws off the score marker.
Frizo pair up Kogochi Toitsu. I think I like 6-mon here, but throws it back. Speaking of 6-mon, cuts the 4 here. Looking to connect there in Monzu. Of course, we know the 6 would deal in here.
Might happen. Might happen anyway. 6-9 so weight. The alternate weight is just not looking that
There's
great.
Senpai, Riichi, Tanyao, Dora 1, 4, 7-pin.
It's pretty nice. Oh.
Accidentally reveals the 1
yeah,
in the hand. But
yeah,
they had the hand on the discard tile, so no foul. Oh, the 5. That's a little unfortunate. West, west. Yeah, that hand is going to fold out. 9 so cleared last turn. Going to clear again here. 4 could take an upgrade on the weight. Will do so. 3 6-mon now. Oh, so close. He's the 4, the 7 gets the 5 of the 6. Isn't that how it always works? Second west goes out. South, not really that dangerous. 9-mon, I believe, is already cleared. 3, though, is the deal in tile. So just a simple Tanyao, but 5 Riichi sticks and 3 Homba is going to make this a gigantic hand.
What will we see? Boom. The hand itself was very small. I was interested to see just how much it was worth.
The value is lots.
7,400 in the end. And Nakano dealing now. Her team is overall in first place. They came into this game in first place. She's in first place, so first plus first means still first. As we get 4 Homba now. I mean, it's not that Nakano won too many times on her dealer turn. We've just had a lot of exhaustive draws, actually.
Well, the thing about taking Riichis is ideally you win some of them, and there were just a lot of Riichis that never filled. Well, speaking of things that could fill, we have 2 Dora here. Dora Yaku High with the Hatsu. And the rest of the hands look reasonably slow, but that's 2 Dora Hatsu as well. So we are Mochi Mochi on the Dora.
That's exciting. Might be a little nerve-wracking.
Is it exciting or depressing? I think both.
Yeah, I'm not playing the hand, so then again, you never really know when you're playing the hand how depressed you really are. One of the saving graces of Mahjong.
You do suspect, well, especially with amateur players, sometimes you're like, okay, someone is just paired up because it's not coming out. With pro players, they'll squeeze it till very late in the hand. And sometimes just completely. 7 pair up. Cuts the 2 here. Goes up on the 1-2-3 Sanchiku route. Shaw goes back. 1 pin goes back. 6. Well, you have 3, 4, 6, 7. So I imagine it's an honor. Haku goes out. 5 so. Goes with the 9, 7. Free kick to the 2 here. Could go east or 8 pin, or goes with the 8 in there. The 9 so goes back. 7, not ideal. You could hold for some Sanchiku routes, but not going to bother. 8 pin allows possible steps to the 6 for Sun Menchun type shape. 1 so goes back. 8 completes this shape. Cuts the 8, keeps the 2, 4, 4, 4, 6, which is super wide when you're looking for a pair. Seven pin. The 1-mon doesn't do anything, but it will be called. Is this going to be a Hodetsu play? No, it's a brute force. Give me that Hatsu. I have some bad news for you.
Is it the range?
No, I think it's something we mentioned earlier, like
The
that.
mochi mochi.
Good luck.
Yeah, the Yaku's tough unless she
You go with the
discards
south
them
here. Now
both.
that 3 actually gives you a lot of options. If you draw the 4, you can just cut the 4 so, and you can play this out towards a Honetsu.
Yeah. And then there's also the kind of strange line of Toy Toy, which would technically
Ooh,
work.
there it is.
That's
7's a
big.
great
That's a
draw.
lot.
Same thought.
Yeah.
That is huge. 4, that is Tempai. Wait, no, it's not. You have the overlap in the Pinzu. Hand was over the hand. There's the 8. This is now Tempai, Shumpon, Hatsu, 3mon. Of course, we know the Hatsu is dead.
Will it be found? Not the
3mon, I
Hatsu.
believe, has 1 left.
Woo.
Goes to 3-pin, gives you Peiko routes. Haku goes back. There's the tempo I was expecting. 3-sided Riichi Pinfu. So what do you like? The 3-sided with no value versus the 2-sided bad shumpled with lots of value? Pay isn't going to help either, and we're running out of wall. Sumo! Takes
Big.
the Sumo, goes for the Dama with the Tanyao. So just Tanyao Sumo, nothing fancy here. But of course, all those Homba turning into a decent-sized hand, and into first, Kura will be going into South 1. Takashima is dealer here in a fairly distant third. Sugano way back. And it feels like a big fight for first now. As if the scores were to end here, we can see that Kura would be in the first place team. Five-mon Anko. Actually, pretty good hand. 2 Dora as well. It's just Tanyao. Have a bunch of those terminals and honors to get rid of, but it's definitely Tanyao. This is... Ooh, that's a good shape. This, not quite so good. 4, okay. I'm just looking to call something. Chun pair up. Now you have a route in this hand. 1 so isn't it. That is Ishunten. 4-mon. 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. For my pair up here, looking to pull in the 4s. Chun isn't it. 1 pin goes back. Well, the 1 technically improves his hand. You're not thrilled if you're on the potential door indicator Kanchan, but Chun goes out. It is called. Haku goes out. And there is that 2.
Yep. The Daisangen dream not happening on this one, but to be fair, it was never really.
No, you don't expect it here.
No.
5 makes a much wider Ishunten.
I do like that.
4, 6, 8 in Pinzu now. Could go 1-mon or even pay. Those are the 1.
Also, everyone showing
So's a
appreciation in chat. I hope you all thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Hope you're having a good time.
I like 9-mon. I don't know if it's the most efficient, but I like it a lot.
Yeah, I do like the inside.
It's the greed play. Let's go.
I think it's also probably the most efficient as well. At least you can call if you need to by doing that.
Yeah, I feel that's a lot of it. It is very flexible.
Yes. Oh, is this Tempai?
Well, this is the
I have to question
no, it's
it.
not.
No,
There's
it's
no
not.
way it's Tempai.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes with the 8. You still have a lot of acceptance here. Hatsu just going to go back.
Whoa.
8 mon goes out, taking the Pinfu shape.
Sorry, I had
Haku
a
goes
little
back.
bit of noise. My apologies.
Dora draw, out goes the 6. Not calling the 6, wants the value, and of course that score line at 4,500, you don't really want to call for Tanya Nomi.
Yeah. This is the last game, as we mentioned. Not the last game of the whole thing, but last game before elimination.
6-0, going to be called. It's not Tempai waiting on the 2-mon. That is not Tempai either.
Okay, it's getting risked. Tuso goes out.
But at some point, I say it doesn't matter if it doesn't feel that great. I have to shove it.
Yeah. And there's a safe now.
But that is Tempai, though. Riichi, Pinfu, Tanyao, possible Dora. 3-6 pin.
No Sanshoku, unfortunately, but still a pretty lucrative hand to finish. Oh, gonna go for it.
Takes the Tempai. This is Riichi on 2 pin. I
Mei's
believe
last
there is,
dealer.
with this one left. Because there have definitely been at least 2 discarded. But 2 pin versus 3-6 pin.
Everything is near the Dora.
I feel
all
like
these
the other 2 are just
weights.
getting out of here. Not
Right.
going to bother with this fight.
Okay, that tile is
accidentally
already
was the door
revealed.
indicator forward.
That one was
Thankfully, it's
already
not
been
one of the
revealed.
important tiles. Everyone already knows what that tile is.
Yeah. Yep, indeed.
Shaw goes back. Still plenty of draws. We figure someone will win this eventually.
It feels like it, but all the tiles are near the Dora. Some of the hardest ones to get. And like they're also some of the most used by other players already.
Well, they often are, but there's
there
our
it is.
Sumo, Reach, Sumo, Pinfu, Tanyao, Ura 1.
Yes.
Mangon.
Big win for Sugano here.
Desperately needed that. Still has a long way to go. Also causes Takashima to pay out the Okabre here, the extra dealer payment. And will still be 4th, but by a whole lot less now. Less than 6,000 away. Kura still in 1st. In South 2 will be dealer here.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Takashima and Mei's bar in general because as we saw even in East 1, even if Takashima wins this game because of the minus 66.2 they're coming in with, Mei's bar would still be in last place. So Takashima not only has to come back to first place, but has to also make some additional headway, and now she has no dealer turn left.
Oh, we going Kogashi? We might be. This hand a little bit worse. Well, you're also kind of running out of hands. You do need to be considering that if you're sitting in the negatives here, you need to be Yakuman fishing.
Right. Yeah, Sugano, even though she's last place in this game, at least she has a dealer turn left.
Right. That's why it wasn't just a hard commitment to the Kokushimuso.
Right.
Chun goes back. Five Mon. Possible Monzu upgrades here. It's a long way off.
Well, Chi here.
Probably is playing for Chanta.
Overlay
Not
being
that
updated.
thrilled with this play.
Here we go. Here we go.
He's trying to get out of the hand here. Ishunton already.
Yeah, I mean,
He's gonna go up this hand.
you always have this line if you have another dealer turn.
Right. If you pass your last dealer turn, you're just sad.
Right.
But there it is. Tempai Shaw 9-so.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot faster calls than I would have expected. I don't know if that hand would have ever come together just waiting for the draws.
Now, I had a funny hand like that. Actually won by the 4th discard with 3 calls.
Yeah.
But
sometimes you just get the tiles.
was a game where I was like, I'm just going to take my 3rd here because it's a league setting.
Right.
But here in you really want to get first. It's not ideal.
Yeah, 9, so
we just need to make something happen, and it's not happening close.
Unfortunately, did not manage to get any Dora here.
Oh, there's one of those 9s.
Yeah, and that one's pretty locked away.
There's a 6, moves the hand forward. Gets a 9, but it's the wrong suit. Still looking for that West. We see the West loose here, being held as a safe tile. Spoiler, it's not.
Well, maybe Nakano knows.
Well, you're kind of wondering what on earth are they calling for? There's no
Right.
value. It's also important that the 8-so is the Dora here, because that means you could only have one of them. Let's say it's 7, 8, 9, and then be some random like Shaw Tonki. There's no value in the hand, and if you deal into 2,000, it's probably a so what.
Yeah.
The problem is this game is so close for Kura and Nakano that you don't really want to deal into this.
Yeah, while both first and second do have a shot at continuing their run, first just gets to move on to the next round. It doesn't have to play the last chance game. So it does make a pretty big difference.
Well, this is the Dora. This is not a great
It might
choice.
even be 7 pairs time.
I'm not going to do that.
It might even just be 7 pairs time because you paired up the Dora.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, this West is being held. I feel like she's onto something. I feel like she knows the West is a pretty bad tile here. There's a Suji trap set up for a 9-so.
That is not Tempai. Just throws the 5 back. Six Mon, not going to help anyone. 4-pin. And especially as there's a Chi out there, you're kind of wondering, okay, what on earth is going on? But I think what Sugano was actually doing, there's the last West. What Sugano was actually doing was kind of banking on this shutting down Kura and Nakano. That neither of them wants to deal in even to something dumb and cheap here because it's so close.
Right. Both of their scores are on a knife's edge. Still quite a bit more to play though. So 3 and 4. Not a lot,
there it goes.
But still enough. Felt like it was a matter of time, but that was certainly a long time. 1,000. You just see the blue stick and we keep moving.
Big win. Yep. Plop.
Now it's Sugano's dealer turn. Her last chance to score big.
Less important that if it's Nakano it deals it. If it's Kura, that it drastically changes the table dynamics.
Right.
But this still makes Kura in first, just opens the gap by an extra 1,000. Sugano, though, needs to go on a run, and needs to go on a run right now. Has a Chun pair, potentially accepted Dora, has one, so a 4-mon floater Dora and a Chun pair. Reasonable hand. You get 2,900 and hope to start a run.
Yeah,
Hot 2 pair here, though.
If Sugano comes in first place, there's a pretty good chance that Team Metajan, her team, can take a second place. But I think generally she would want Kura to be in third place, at least, to do something like that.
No, then you have some really interesting dynamics. If Sugano gets into especially a strong first place,
right?
Do you kind of feed Nakano in South 4? or at least give some very flexible tiles. You get a few points, but not too many. The dynamics
Right.
get a little trickier in this situation.
Yeah, a lot of
It's just a great
times
draw.
the players have to take that score check break going into South 4 because this is the elimination round, so I expect to see that here as well. These hands are
Goes
all
back.
so fast. All these hands are so fast, and this one is good
that's a
too.
draw.
It's just
Still holding that tune.
yeah. I mean, Takashima, no more dealer turns,
There's another
and
upgrade. The
so
7,
many
8,
points.
9 now. Forso goes back. 17 goes back.
Oh, there it is.
Pair up. Out goes the tune. That is called immediately. Now Ishunten for Chundor 1. That hands Ishunten. This hands Ishunten. This
What a
hand
battle.
is not. It is now, though, with the 3-5. Not ideal shapes, but potentially accepted Dora. So everyone's Ishunten. And that's Tempai. There's the Riichi.
Nakano first strike.
Preemptive Riichi. No real value, but Riichi Sumo would get into first place even after dealing it on the previous hand. 5 mon, 8 mon. Not really in the range you expect, but there's going to be a push because Takashima has nothing to lose here.
That's right. Takashima all in. Oh, Tempai.
Tempai. Waiting on 4-pin. That's a Chundoro 1 dealer hand. So
Another
that's
one?
Tempai as well. Good to Riichi. This is Riichi Hatsu Door 2, 6-9 so. Uh-oh. Goes to the 7, avoids the danger.
Yeah, Kura, one of the only players here that can really step back from the edge. Other 3 players are locked in. Nakano maybe could step back, but not now that she's Riichi'd. It's too late for her now that she's Riichi'd. She's locked in.
Goes to the 9 mon. That, of course, clear. 7-pin. 9-pin. Nope. Hesitates thinking that 2 might deal in. It does not. Of course, that 9 so would, but Kura's the one person that shouldn't care and just wants to get out of this mess.
That's right. Oh, it goes through though.
But throws the 9, deals it to Mungan.
Yeah, just how do you avoid 3 different players? Misses the Uradora.
The rough position, and that's going to be all those sticks, 2 sticks, and 8,000 points. A nice pickup here. And Takashima knocks Kura down into 3rd place. Well, no, still in 2nd place, but less than 1,000 away.
Right.
Most importantly, this more or less punches the ticket for Nakano so long as Kura does not overtake.
Yeah, Sugano, Takashima both need pretty large hands here.
But yeah, Takashima even jumping to 1st, I don't think is that enough? No, it's not enough. You have a long way to go. Needs a huge hand here. But 5 so looks like a Pinfu Tanyao hand. But again, Takashima is in an awkward position. Ugh, that is not an ideal hand. That is not really
not what you need.
Last.
Does not
in game 3.
Is it Kokushi time? She might actually be considering Kokushi time.
I mean, I would. I don't see a reason not to.
This is tough.
Do you get anything for your team being bad 3rd?
No. Okay, here we go. It's Kokushi time.
Yeah, it's the farthest. What is the farthest you've got from Kokushi? From the start.
I think I got it from 9. It's the best I've ever gotten it from.
Oh, I've attempted it from 2 before.
I have attempted it from like 4 or 5. I don't think I ever attempted it from 2. Usually
I did because my condition was Yakuman, and there was no other option.
Usually, if
kind of the situation goes in.
If I'm in that deep, I'll look for Suanko as my Yakuman first.
Well, that was it. I was fishing for that and what's the other one? The all green.
Oh yes,
I was
that's
fishing for
right.
everything, but it ended up being Kokushi after like 8 draws. Like, okay, now we're only 5 Shanten.
That's right. Kokushi Muso is known as 13 orphans in English. It's a weird translation story on that one because Kokushi Muso does not translate to 13 orphans literally, but it translates from the Chinese version of that hand, which is actually called 13 orphans in Chinese, representing the 13 tiles that are isolated. The Japanese name is completely different, Kokushi Muso. But yeah, they're the same hand.
Well, yeah. Mahjong has so many stolen terms. Like, even Rian Peiko. Rian or Rian Shanten. That's not the Japanese term.
Right. Yeah, you have Japanese numbers. Then you have Mahjong numbers.
All right, back to the game. We see Tuso looking for some sort of value here, and these hands are just bad. People are trying to make value, and the walls just say no. But obviously, Nakano has no incentive to play this hand. 100% would like to just fold out. This is the best of the bunch, and that is Tempai on 3-mon, 6-mon. But there's just no value anywhere.
What will it be? Like, Takashima's hand looks really solid, but she needs an absurd amount of points. That's why we haven't seen a reach yet.
Exactly. If you're in Takashima's position, you're honestly just going to hold Tempai, and I would pass on a win.
Yeah.
The problem is Nakano has no incentive whatsoever to take Tempai.
Right. And here's Kura also picking up 2 Dora.
Well, Kura is now just probably going Chitoitsu. This hand is just moved that way. There's not really a way around it.
Oh, well, cuts the 9-mon. Sugano going for 7 pairs instead. She doesn't even have any Dora though.
The only play there.
That,
well, I mean,
I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Would that be enough? Yes, it'd be first at least.
Maybe
but...
a direct hit on Kura would do it. I think Kura would have to be pushed down below Takashima, and then maybe there's a shot. There's just so many calculations to make. Maybe.
Well, if it ends up on a Haneman Sumo, which would be the goal here, Sugano would get first.
Yes.
And Kura would get third. It gets very close in that position.
I'm not
think
sure.
that'd be enough to overtake. Well,
I mean, that's a pair. Here we go. Here we go. Maybe
you have to just take it. You're also considering with Chitoitsu, why not just draw a Haku?
Yeah, you can pull a Dora. You can maybe even get rid of the copies of 3-so and go Honroto.
Yeah, like for the Honroto.
This is I think this is as good as Takashima gets. This is the Sanchoku, the Pinfu, all that jazz.
I think that's the decision here. And there is our
as good as it gets.
Pinfu, Tanya, possible Sanchoku.
I just still don't know if it's enough.
Again, if Nakano were in a position to want to repeat, I don't know that you necessarily take this, but there's no incentive whatsoever to be Tempai here. One mon goes back. 5-so. Cuts the pay, keeps the Shunten.
Well, out comes another 9-so.
Nakano has no interest in this. 2-mon. 2-mon, of course, is passed here.
As you mentioned, it really feels like this is going to be the last hand no matter what. Nakano well locked in, even on a no 10. Would still be ahead of Kura in this game. Would not lose her first place.
Not going to bother this. There's our Haku. That is not Tempai.
Dora 3 with Yaku, though. Okay, out comes 1 pin. 3 pin is the next interesting one. She doesn't actually go for the half flush, because Kura probably doesn't need all those points. This is actually interesting though for Kura. I think sumo. No, but with manga,
what
with
about Toy
Mangan, you're
Toy?
good. Yeah, no, with Mangan, it's enough to win, no matter sumo
Yeah,
Ron, whoever it
overtake
comes from.
Nakano,
Yeah.
because that's the goal here. Kura's is just get ahead of Nakano.
Yeah. The question
And
is
if you
it gonna
direct
be?
Nakano, it's even better.
Is
But
it
you don't
gonna
need
be
to.
enough to win the whole thing?
Senpai
Oh, here we go.
waiting 6-9 pin. Gets a 6, but it's in the wrong suit. 4-7 on verse 6-9 pin. Oh no, the
Huh.
wrong
Huh.
weight.
Huh. That's an interesting one. And now
And
it comes
okay, well,
out.
let's get rid of that West now. Nakano says, I am glad I did not have to deal with that. Now, there's our 9,
Sumo!
Sumo! Kura
Yeah.
should overtake with that.
Yeah, overtaking
Should
the
be first
game.
place.
Is it going to be overtake in the total score? It
think it
might
is.
be.
The Uma is huge here. Remember, there's a
Yes.
first place bonus. The Oka here.
There
And
it
there you see it.
is.
Kura is enough. 71.3 gets first place here. First place for the series as well. Nakano will be in second, but first let's stare at Kura for a while. That is relief.
Whew.
That is despair.
Yeah, that means
Yeah, I was
Kame.
afraid of that.
Team Kame is moving on into the playoffs. Team Jansaku and Nakano are going to have to fight it out. Actually, Nakano, this is pretty close. Jansaku might get the wild card. Jansaku TV, less than 10 points away, might get the wild card spot. It'll be interesting to see. Good game.
Good game. And with that,
Yep.
I'm sure we have some updated standings.
So we
Some
will be
graphic.
saving the standings for our wrap-up show. We're streaming all week tonight. Yeah, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, we have
and
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, if all goes well, Saturday and Sunday. So we are streaming this whole final session straight through. It's going to be exciting. After we see the other players, because we will be showing some of the other players, the other groups' last tables, then we will be able to see all of the scores. So that's going to be super exciting. Don't miss tomorrow's games as well for the conclusion of these Sankei Shimbun Cup quarterfinals, Jenn called them. And then,
well, as mentioned, we will be back tomorrow with more coverage all weekend. I think I'm off tomorrow. It'll be casting 2 games Saturday, but we have a nice group of people. It'll be mostly Nathaniel tomorrow, along with, I believe, Gemma and Jenn. So with that, let's go ahead and sign off here. Chiral, Jenn, Tips, this is Korak. Hope to see you tomorrow.
that's right. See you later, everyone. Thank you for watching.